New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Hola, mi gente. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? How you doing today? Welcome to another Friday. We have a game this Saturday. I think it is the last game at Hard Rock for the 2024-2025 season. So being that you're a season ticket holder, how was your experience? Your first year?
Yeah.
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 Are you renewing?
No.
No. I don't blame you.
For a myriad of reasons.
Yeah. So, and then we have two more games after that. We have, of course, in the color. What's going on, Grumpy? Merry Christmas to you. Obviously, let me take these of my Elvis shades off. You know what's funny is these are pretty bright in the you know what I'm saying. It's not they're good in the sun and inside the dark. So it's crazy. But anyway, we had obviously I couldn't do Smoke Lounge. What's up, Nene? How you doing, Sister Soldier? We have Chef Jew in the building, Cat for Life, Jamie Raycart, our man Michael K, who was in the Christmas Story that Ali did yesterday, that was aired today. Daniel Berry Sports, Ryan AP. Who's the little kid in the bow tie? Who's that supposed to be? Carla Williams. What's up? Apparently, Carla Williams. She says that she felt us as a teacher because we're constantly getting it wrong. So, and they say there's no such thing as bad students, but bad teachers, right?
Oh yeah. I think we need to hire Carla as our defensive coordinator.
That's Alex from the Shriners. That's what's up.
Yeah, the little kid from the commercial,
Oh, nice.
Dude's probably richer than I am. Which anybody is really, but
Man of the Hour, what's going on? Hey, by the way, shout out to Man of the Hour and Chef Jew. Their team, their high school, Miami Northwestern, took care of business and won state championship with Teddy Bridgewater. So congratulations to the Northwestern Bulls on getting your state championship. Banana, what's going on? Next year, yeah, baby. Carol City, but you know what? This is still my school right here. Carol City, orange and black. Not the Cincinnati Bengals, but yeah. Shout out to my alma mater, the Chiefs. So, anyway, we do have a little press conference that I want to talk about. Shanahan And hey, Nene, shout out to Central Senior High. She's a proud alumni. She's doing big things for Central, and I'm proud of the work that she's doing. So shout out to you. So you see the title of the show? Color?
Oh yeah. That's color versus. Wait, no, that's Carla versus color. Student
Carla
versus
versus color.
Right.
The teacher versus the student.
That's okay. I'll teach her all she needs to know about how football is won before I'm done.
Actually, Ali is her student, her favorite student. She's gonna teach Ali 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh damn. Oh, damn. That's the American literature teacher. Is that what she?
Mm-hmm. Miss Fins, what's up?
She expects a book report with visual aids.
Miss Fins. Yeah, great show this morning, Miss Fins. I'm always hitting the like button. Like I said, every morning at 8 o'clock, I start my day with Locked On Gators. And then at 8:30, I hop on directly to Miss Finn's show. So.
Oh yeah, and this week we're since Christmas falls on a Wednesday, Miss Fins has canceled or postponed or rescheduled the league-wide Wednesday with yours truly.
Yeah, because it's Christmas Day, right?
Yes. So next week it's going to be League Talk Tuesday.
Oh hell yeah!
And that will be around the same time, I believe. Tuesday night.
Yeah. And we're doing our me and Crypto. We're going to be doing ours live Christmas morning.
Right on.
Well, technically, it's Christmas Eve for the West Coast. So if you're on the West Coast, it is Christmas Eve.
Now that I'm thinking about it, she may have make it her morning show or a supplement to the morning show. I was incorrect about the time frame.
Oh man,
because I think she's got a whole bunch to do Christmas Eve. But we'll get it in the books somewhere. Man, how did nobody see a high scoring game coming last night, man?
It was a good game. So anyway, listen, let's get to this. Kyle, you know how you do the McDaniels press conference, because I don't have to listen to it. I do the opposing team's press conference, and we're gonna listen to the teacher Kyle Shanahan. I haven't listened to it, so hopefully he drops some good nuggets.
Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah. And this what's going on? It's my brother from another mother right here, Crypto, the greatest co-host since sliced bread. If co-hosts have sliced bread, but anyway,
Kyle Shanahan.
What's going on?
Yeah, I'm just talking about how we're gonna be doing our pick'ems Christmas. We're gonna do a Christmas special, baby. Insomnia. I'm excited. Cool. As a matter of fact, I got Christian Brothers eggnog. I was gonna do coquito, but I'm gonna do Christian Brothers eggnog because I love brandy. So.
That's what they put in their version.
Yeah, brandy, Christian Brothers. Hell yeah, I love Christian Brothers.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, Christian Brothers is what I have with apple juice. Christian Brothers and apple juice.
Kyle Shanahan.
Oh, they have apple juice too.
And listen,
okay.
Christian. See, the thing I like about the Christian Brothers is it's Tebow and Tua, the Christian Brothers.
Yeah.
Both left hand, you know. So, but at any rate, listen, we'll call them
the monks, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna do the Kyle Shanahan press conference, and it is brought to you by.
What's up, y'all? This is Chef Jew. Looking for a great chef for your next catering party, private party, office party, etc. with welcome ordering meals and desserts. Let Chef Jew Catering and Sweet Treats take care of it for you at an affordable price. Call me at 786-804-8096. Also, reach me at chefjewcatering@gmail.com. Direct message on Facebook and Instagram at Chef Juice Catering. Chef Juice Catering and Sweet Treats. Food with a passion. We do it all.
Bon Joe, yes, let's go Gators, baby.
What's up, Bon Joe?
I don't know nothing about the
And,
Gators. What kind of is that? A high JV squad?
Go
Just the
Gators,
local
baby.
elementaries.
No,
Just the
Yeah.
local elementary
we
school.
ain't talking about the hurt. See, no, you know what? Colors up here, so I'm not gonna engage with you. You're lucky.
Talk about the local,
Okay, Shake. Here you go.
elementary school.
All right. No, I'm talking about that trash team in in Coral Gables. No, you know the house where we won a national.
I don't know what-
we won a national championship in their house.
I don't know that. I don't know
Yeah,
anything
Von Joe.
about
By
that.
the way, that's why he called you old man crypto. All right,
Oh, yeah?
you can come back. Color.
I didn't hear anything Shake just said. I have no idea what was just said.
Hey, by the way, I'm gonna be at the. Are you gonna be at Hard Rock when we play? When we play next year?
Who, me?
Which one?
Yeah. We're going to the Hard Rock next year. It's gonna be week 4. Florida and UM.
What you-
Oh, that one.
yeah?
Oh,
that.
Week 4. Yep.
Oh, they playing week 4.
Week
I
4.
might join you for that one. Sure.
Oh yeah. I got a new I got a new Gator jersey coming Sunday, so I'm excited.
Cool.
I've never been to a Hurricanes game.
I know they give out Hurricanes gear at Dolphins games.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, hey, remember Stephen Ross did a Gators number? That shit was funny. But anyway, listen, let's get to this Kyle Shanahan press conference real quick. You think he's gonna say and as many times as
Probably not.
Did you say Kyle Shanahan?
Yeah, he does. Well, does Cousin Eddie? Hey, listen, I don't know. Listen, if Cousin Eddie got style, I guess he does. This is a Cuban shirt, so
Cousin Eddie.
I reckon he does. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna be. I don't care. Hitler could wear this shirt.
Oh yeah, it is that shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, Hitler could. No, I don't think Cousin Eddie. No, this ain't. It's a Cousin Eddie wears a bowling shirt. This is in.
Oh right, right.
So this is a Cuban shirt.
And the irony is the same guy played in Kingpin.
By the way, what's funny
Amish
is Eric. You know what's funny is I used to what is it? Damn it. I used to every time I seen Dan Mullen, remember Dan Mullen? Dan Mullen from the old coach from the Gators. Every time I looked at Dan Mullen, I'm like, look, it's Cousin Eddie. We have Cousin Eddie as our
Oh yeah.
Cousin
From
Eddie.
the Munsters.
Yeah. No, Cousin Eddie from Christmas Vacation.
The Monsters.
Oh.
Oh, they're talking about that Adams Family. I thought he was talking about that. He wasn't Adams
No,
Family guy.
Bro, the Munsters. The uncle and the Munsters.
Yeah, the Monsters. Yeah.
Ishmael. Yeah, man.
But didn't they have a guy named Eddie from the Adams Family?
That was cousin
Randy Quaid. Yeah, I love me. Trust me. I love. Are you kidding me? I love Cousin Eddie, man. Cousin Eddie is one of my favorite characters. You know.
Oh yeah, Eddie in the Munsters was the little kid.
Yeah.
You're
Eddie was well, yeah, the Munsters. He was the vampire.
Well, the vampire.
Yeah. No, he was a werewolf.
He was
a werewolf.
Right.
He was
Eddie
a werewolf.
You're thinking of Crypto. You're
what
thinking
Scott
of
was?
Fester, dude. You know.
Uncle Fester was Count Dracula, right?
He was played by Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah.
The little kid was Dracula, wasn't he? Or no?
Yeah, the little kid
on,
was a
with
little
Dracula.
Dracula kid. Yeah, cause little Eddie.
All right.
All right. Here we go. So this is the Kyle Shanahan press conference. You ready? All right, let's see. This is crazy, man. For the first eight minutes, they just it's
Practice. Isaac Rendo, hamstring will not practice. Nick Bosa, hip oblique limited. Jalen Moore, hip limited. Malik Mustafa, chest limited. Malik, Dre Greenlaw, Achilles knee limited. Zakel, illness limited. Go ahead.
Wait. Is he really having a hard time pronouncing his own team's names?
Let me ask you a question. Does
Trent maybe
does
just
Kyle
isn't gonna
Shanahan? I
play
mean,
the rest
does
of the season.
McDaniel do that?
Value in that?
I mean, if he could get back to healthy, we'd
Give it
play
all
him.
this. Yeah.
But it's not like that right now. So it's getting closer to being that way.
I mean, I realize it's the NFL. Guys play with.
Hey, pause it a
all sorts
second,
of
Jake.
injuries all the
I'm
time.
already doing it to you.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, Nate, I stand with Clark. He just wanted a good Christmas.
Hey, shout out to my man's Scott Jackson in the building. What's going on, Scott Jackson? Hope you're doing well. Oh man.
Decision, with Trent to play him when he was dealing with the ankle, Bosa to play him. They ended up a significant time during a crucial time of the season. Do you have to go back and look at those decisions, or the cost benefit of playing guys when they're not quite right?
Yeah, you always do. Trent, just with what we had, and what we're still trying to deal with, we felt safe putting him out there that it couldn't get worse. It would just stay the same. And Nick, we felt good with his oblique, but he ended up hurting the other one. So it was a completely different injury. But yeah, we do that with everything. We always worry about that stuff, and there's a very fine line in that stuff.
You threw the ball 30 times in this game and you ran it 19 times. I would guess it's because you guys weren't running it effectively. What does the film show? Why are you guys struggling to run it since the bye week?
I think we only had one run for a first down. So then we had a number of 3 and outs, a number of short drives. Whenever you don't get first downs, whether it's running the ball or passing the ball, you're not going to end up having many runs. And I think we ran for 1 first down in that game. All our first downs were throwing it. I didn't think we blocked as cleanly, but the main thing was not getting enough carries.
Is it me or he a lot too, just like just like damn it, McDaniels, whatever. You notice that he too.
Limited, so his bounce back was pretty good from playing his first game.
Yeah, he had I had a good recovery over the weekend.
By the way, his dad looks younger than him now.
We took care of him here on our bonus day, and it feels good to go today.
It's because he got his dad is clean shaven.
What's that?
That's why.
Playoffs?
Snap count at all, but why did he play so much in his first game back?
Just because we wanted him to play at least half the game and wanted him available in the fourth, and it's because the drives were so short. There weren't many drives. There was, I think, 4 3 and outs in a row or something like that. So we didn't mind putting him out there each time because he didn't get more than 4 plays in a row. So he felt good. Our plan was to not have him go a couple of series third quarter, so we could rest him so we could have him available for the fourth. When he did go out there, he just felt tight and stuff. So that's why we shut him down.
Walter Payton, man, your question first.
Did they lose? Did they win the last game or they lost? I think they lost, right?
They did.
The Rams, right?
The slugfest, yeah. Nobody scored a
The
touchdown.
nominee, and other than when he had surgery, he was not missing events this season. And what does that say about his personality and the example he sets?
Sounds like he acts away from here how he does with us. I mean, I don't know all the stuff he does outside of this building, but obviously he does a ton being a nominee for that. But Curtis is one of the best guys on our team. Every single person on the team loves him, every person in this building, not just how he carries himself and treats people, but how consistent he is and how he works. And he's a very special person.
I'm curious what the phone call was like when Mike McDaniel told you he was officially going to the Dolphins.
It
All
was
right, here we
good.
go.
He was excited, a little emotional.
All right, this is the first Dolphin question. Let's play it again.
Sounds like he acts away from here how he does with us. I mean, I don't know all the stuff he does outside of this building, but obviously he does a ton, being a nominee for that. But Curtis is one of the best guys on our team. Every single person on the team loves him, every person in this building, not just how he carries himself and treats people, but how consistent he is and how he works. And he's a very special person.
Kyle, I'm curious. Yeah, like I goes, what did you sell? All right, I'm gonna do a prediction here. He said, "What did you do when you found out McDaniels wanted to go to Miami?" All right, we'll get a comp pick for you because you're considered a minority, and we'll have your replacement tomorrow.
Here's what the phone call was like when Mike McDaniel told you he was officially going to the Dolphins.
It was good. He was excited, a little emotional. I was happy for him and Katie, and it's always something weird or funny when you're talking to Mike too, usually, but it was cool. Mike and I have been through a lot together, and I was.
Did you say weird or funny? That doesn't sound like McDaniel.
Kyle, off of that, what was he like outside of football, off the field?
Mike, how he is when you guys see him, a little quirky. Always saying some off the wall stuff. You get used to it. Half of them you laugh at it, the other half you tell him to chill out. But he's consistent. Mike's a good dude and really good football coach.
They always say that. Everybody say that about him.
Actually, you know that's kind of me at work. Half the times they laugh, and the other half they're like, "Yo, chill out."
I'm guessing you addressed this with the team on Monday and have moved on from it. Is that fair to say? And just kind of how they responded or reacted to it?
I think they've acted awesome. I think they've acted awesome. How you'd expect a team. Talked about it for, we didn't see each other over the weekend. So I didn't talk about it a ton after the game, but I could hear from their comments how most of them felt, and addressed it for about 30 seconds in the meeting on Monday. And it's pretty easy to move on.
You haven't spoken to him at all, have you?
No.
Surprise would be like the wrong word to use because you know both of these guys, but for Dre and Huff to miss as much time as they missed and come back and play so well immediately, how do you account for that?
That's what they've done the other times. One of the best games I've seen linebacker play is, I think, 21.
So let me ask you all this. Now, being that he said stuff about what do you think of what he said about Matt McDaniels? Do you think that was a glowing review?
Not necessarily.
I think he. Go ahead, Crypto.
No. It was a great depiction of his personality and character, from what most people say about him. I don't think it was a praise or criticism. Just who we see him as.
I was following Nene and Michael Caine revisiting the entire Clark Griswold freaking rage. That shit was so funny, man.
Hey, by the way, you remember the guy the boss they kidnapped? He had that voice. Doesn't he sound like Michael Caine?
Yeah, it does. I've always thought it's the same guy that played the Pawtucket.
What's going on, Lou?
What do you call the master of ceremony at the Pawtucket Festival on Groundhog Day? It's the same guy, bro.
It is the same guy. Real quick, in regards to what Mike Shanahan said about, what Shanahan said about Mike McDaniels, I personally think he kind of, in a way, made him out to be my quirky, nerdy little brother.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I took away from it. Because it kind of, he says we've been through a lot together, and he's kind of quirky, and sometimes you just gotta tell him to chill out and stuff like that. That's stuff that I tell my brother all the time. That's how I treat my brother. So that's kind of how I look at it.
By the way, that was Puxatawny, not Pawtucket. Puxatawny Phil.
Yeah, Puxatawny Phil. Yeah. Puxatawny Phil. I don't know.
His voice. Every time I hear Michael K talk, that's what I think of.
I don't know, but maybe it's me. Kyle Shanahan looks like DTA.
He does, man. Put some
remind me of
tattoos
him.
on his neck, bro. Yeah, definitely.
He does remind me of GTA a little bit. With his facial expression.
Dre played in week 1 versus Detroit and then come back to week 17 versus the Rams. We needed that game to go to the playoffs. And that was the first time I've seen someone miss 16 games and come back and play at that level. So it doesn't surprise me at all. Huff's, he came back earlier in this year, and with having a wrist injury and stuff, he's been able to get ready for this opportunity a little bit more than coming off his Achilles that he had before that. Huff's been chomping at the bit to get back, and he was more ready for that moment.
Those guys help, and the reality of the season probably setting in, but the energy from those two guys, how much does that help and try and maintain some energy these last few games?
A ton. I mean, I think you guys can see how, I think Huff, going out there just the Sunday before, and I think our safeties have played pretty good this year too, but just, Huff the person and his communication and just having him out there, I think was very inspiring. And then adding Dre the next week or 4 days later, one, how good of a player he is and how big of a difference he makes just from that, but the style of how he plays really adds to our defense and makes everyone else better around him, not just adding a good player.
What's funny is Dolphins are favored by 1 point.
But how do you weigh kind of what they bring to you in that way versus, they're not always available when you're thinking about, keeping around long term?
I mean, that goes into factor in everything. That's what's unfortunate. Nothing those two guys can do differently about it. But those are two of the better players I've been around and two of the better players on our team and two of the main reasons we've had the success here we've had. So hopefully we can do everything we can to work out keeping them here because they're much examples of 49ers as anyone I could think of.
What do you see from Purdy in particular in these last 3 games?
Just do his job, move the chains, protect the ball, get the ball to the right people when it's supposed to be, and help us win the game.
Talking about Deebo after the game, you did say stats are the stats. You can't change that. Just in the big picture, do you think he slowed down? Do you think he looks the same this season as he has in previous seasons?
Yeah, I don't think Deebo slowed down. I think, I think I think he got banged up earlier in the year. I thought he had an awesome training camp to where I'd say he didn't slow down at all. We were real excited going into the year, and I want to say it was week 2 he got hurt in. I think week 2 versus Minnesota, he had over 100 yards, and then we didn't get him versus the Rams. I don't know if he missed 2 games or 1, but it set him back for a few weeks. And then when he came back, he had the pneumonia, he had a rib thing, and I think that set him off for like a month where he couldn't practice as much. And when you build up a bunch in camp and then you miss a lot of time in practice, it is hard to maintain that stuff.
Is it safe to say that Deebo is going to go against number 5? I can't think of his name right now. You know what I'm talking about?
Ramsey,
yeah.
It could be because they move Deebo around a lot, so he can be matched up on a lot of them people.
But by no means do I think he's lost it or anything. And then his looks haven't been quite as good this year. I mean, just like for everybody, when the 10 guys around you aren't doing quite as good, whether it's him, whether it's the quarterback, whether it's O-line, you're not going to do as good as you did the year before.
Jacob Cowing his backup?
I mean, we got 5 receivers up on game day, and so he's one of them. But Jake, when you're backup, you go in at all 3 of the spots.
What does Jacob need to do to get on the field offensively more these last 3 games? And is that something that you'd like to see to close out the season?
Yeah, I mean, I want him to keep trying to earn it. I think he's come a long way here in this last month. I know he had that setback with concussion, missing that game. But no, I think he's getting closer to earning more time out there. But usually when Deebo's not out there and 21 personnel, Ricky's out there. When we go 11, it depends on the play, but it's always been Conley or Jake for one of the 3, not just one position. They got to back up all 3 and 11.
Where's Ricky's development and adjusting to the offense and just being a key player for you?
I think Ricky's doing a hell of a job. I know everyone talks about the gunshot wound, but what people don't realize is, I think I said a couple weeks ago, but he only had 3 practices before that gunshot wound. He missed all OTAs and all of training camp. And then to get that gunshot before, I mean, basically went from Florida to us halfway through the season. So I thought he did a hell of a job.
Ricky Pearsall, hell yeah,
to learn and practice as
their best receiver.
He's been banged up a little bit. Started in Green Bay. I think he's fought through that here the last couple of weeks. I thought he did some real good stuff on tape last week. Had a couple big catches, but I think he's going the right direction, and hope he keeps improving here these next 3 games.
Just his emotional adjustment after everything happened to him. I know that
not getting as many reps or getting as many looks has been challenging for him. How have you seen him respond to that emotion?
Awesome. He just keeps working. Doesn't sit there and pout. I mean, keeps trying to get better at his craft, which is usually leads to those things.
Purdy's turnover. It seemed like there was three guys. It seemed like they were playing deep, and all three guys were open underneath. What was the coaching point there? And can you coach him out of this extreme aggressiveness that he?
You know what? I'm looking. Hey, you know what's funny is I'm looking at the. What's up, Pam? How you doing? I'm looking at the NFC, right? Right, and only 2 teams are eliminated from the playoffs. And then you go to the AFC, only 3 teams are not eliminated. It's crazy. So the NFC is still a tight race for the 7th seed.
Yeah, it's crazy. Even the Saints have a shot at winning their division. That's crazy.
Take that check down.
Yeah, I don't think Brock's an extreme aggressive guy in terms of, you guys don't see him throw a lot of picks. He doesn't throw into double coverage much. When it's single safety, you want to hold the middle third player and throw a double move on the outside corner. You'd love to be able to check whether he's got a chance or not. But when he did look out there, the guy squatted and then he bumped him, which is ICT. You can't hit him 12 yards down the field, which stopped Juwan. And then he's got a pass rush coming at him. So it's real easy to say with the clicker in our hand and stuff when he's not on top. But to hold a safety and then look out there, see a guy at a dead stop, and then have a 2 technique coming right at you. He's going to let that go. And what you coach, so in the heat of battle, I always tell the receivers, worst case scenario in situations like that is offensive PI. It's never a pick. I don't care if you have to tackle the guy. So the first thing I look at is, does Juwan stop on the play? Because he's got to protect Brock, and so we can at least survive it and have a chance to overcome the penalty. And he couldn't get to it. Once he stopped him there at the 12-yard spot, couldn't catch back up. And yeah, I'd love Brock to check it down, but the protection's got to be a little bit better for him to see all that. And the corner did stop. So it was just an unfortunate play.
2 more.
Over the weekend, Troy Aikman was pretty insistent about what you should do once the season comes to a close. I feel like you've already answered this question on where your thought process is, but being that such influential voices are trying to, throw in their thoughts of what you should do, is there ever a time where the players are coming to you like, are you thinking about this, coach? Or they don't really kind of get involved with having conversations with you about that?
They haven't. It's really unbelievable that's a story, but people just state an opinion and everyone likes to keep repeating it, because there's probably not a lot to talk about with us right now with where we're at. That's what happens, but that's an example of our world in every atmosphere, not just sports. It's kids in high school, it's businesses, it's politics, it's everything. So you just can't make stuff of stuff that's really not the reality of our situation. What I've said is exactly what our situation is, and anyone who's close to me or has a clue what we talk about, I don't think they worry about that at all. So
last one, guys.
It's easy to second guess now, but Devondre last year on social media said he was done playing through injuries with the Packers, and then that released him. He ripped it with his staff and everything. Do you guys have any hesitation? Is this guy going to be a fit in our culture?
Yeah, of course. We look into all that. It was tough losing Dre. We knew we were going to need a starting caliber linebacker. And we had 2 guys that we thought we had committed that we lost in free agency. And then another guy got cut after that and became available. I was with Devondre his rookie year in Atlanta, so I knew what he was capable of. Not that I was real close or anything with the defensive guys, being the offensive coordinator there and everything, but I know we liked him in that building. I know a lot of guys who had coached him who had been good, and we obviously made a mistake. But it's not something that you don't look into. You look into everything and you weigh the risk and reward of stuff. You weigh the situations that you have and what decisions you can make in terms of the options. And by no means was it our first option, but at the time with what went down, we thought it was our best option, and it didn't work out.
So that was Kyle Shanahan, man. Oh, man.
Yeah, you notice how he coached his offense. It's particularly Brock Purdy. Don't worry about the interception, because your receiver is going to make sure they're not going to allow that to happen, because they're going to tackle the guy, make sure it's offensive pass interference before we get a turnover. So don't be afraid to throw the ball. In other
Oh,
words,
man.
he's not protecting his quarterback from a bad stat line, because his offensive player is going to turn around and make sure that they play defense in time, that they won't get an interception.
Shout out to EM.
I
Look at
just
EM.
thought that was interesting.
Look at
that
EM
he said
Dolphin
that.
fan. What's going on? Long and behold, man, he's been MIA.
Yes. I don't know what it is, that M Dolphin guy. I heard his takes was trash, but it's supposed to be new to the community.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to make a name for himself out there in these.
I heard he's
Dolphin
running
streets.
from you. Is he running from you?
Yeah, he's been running. He's been running and hiding lately.
So,
old M out there.
let's drop the link. Let's get some people's thoughts on this game. I'm gonna be at that game. El
I want to know
Capitan.
Michael K's thought on that new Skidmark Stadium, and why are they going up on the ticket prices out there?
Well, so I hear, because crypto, I hear they have this state-of-the-art advanced, best in the world, first ever tested snow melt system apparently built into the stadium. Yeah, I saw.
Oh yeah, they got the
tweeted
heated
about
pads
it,
in
yeah.
the
Hey
stadium.
Pam.
Hey
Hey,
Pam.
it's all
How about
about
them
the Gators. Go
Yeah, yeah.
Gators!
The reason it looks like a bedpan, Michael K, has to do with that whole snow melt system that is supposed to be state of the art and all that.
I'm decked out in my Gator stuff, Shay.
The bed.
I don't know if you watch that game that much, but
No, I was
my
at work.
God.
Yeah, I think it was all defense. There's all the defense.
Well, what it was all referees. I'm telling you, I have never in my life, and I'm a Dolphins fan, so I've seen bad referees, but good Lord, they were out of line bad. I think they were ACC refs.
ACC reps. I'm more like Big Ten reps.
Caller, that system you're talking about at Skidmark Stadium, is it like a hybrid grass, like a heating system underneath the grass? Do you know?
I don't know. I didn't actually read. There was no article associated with it. It was just like a little quick meme film showing footage of it. But
Shout
it
out
looks
to my
like
brother Tony.
they have some kind of stuff incorporated into the construction, like the concrete and all that on the floor.
Yeah, I know in Europe and in Asia where the
Yeah.
climate is very, very cold and sub-freezing temperatures and whatnot, like Kazakhstan, they use some type of hybrid system. So I'm assuming that's exactly where the Skidmark faithful have actually gotten that system, is from Kazakhstan. So
Skidmark faithful.
I'm glad they're at least
going on
means of technology to help them out somehow.
Right. Exactly.
Takes a third world
That's they
team to
do it.
go to a third world country to
Yeah.
Hey, crypto. Hey, crypto.
Yeah. Yeah. What's up,
Hey,
Cap?
how much stock you put into the to the Russians saying they discovered the cancer vaccine?
I won't put it
None.
past it, but I'm saying none, like Pam said.
Mhm.
It could be
None.
them
A
describing
cancer
something else.
vaccine?
The first question I would ask is,
Oh,
which
alkalinity.
one?
That's the
Wait, Color,
because
that
there's
was
so many.
exactly what I was thinking
Right.
too.
Which one? Because it's like a
All
bunch of them.
cancers are not created the same. So exactly,
Exactly.
which one? That was
That
exactly
would be
my
the
thought.
next, the right question to ask.
Yep.
And there's hundreds of thousands of forms of it, and
Yeah.
different levels of
I just
those
find- yeah.
forms.
I just find it crazy. The timing of him saying that during his wars is like, that's a crazy timing to break that.
They're crazy.
I
That
would probably
government's
say
crazy. Not that they're all not crazy. I'm
the
just saying.
three that I'm hoping to see before I die
Right,
would
Pam.
be lung cancer, lymph cancer, and skin
Colon.
cancer. You cure those three, I might
you can
actually
do.
have a shot.
Right. And like there's a vaccine for all three of those and everything else. Mm-hmm.
Blood cancer.
But yeah, man.
Lymph cancer, thyroid cancer. You name it. The
Man,
list gets pretty
Prostate
long and
cancer. I mean, I
fast.
am a man. Definitely want some prostate.
Exactly.
I just
prostate and colon is the top two.
Testicular cancer.
Yeah. No, I was just eyeballing that because I was watching that earlier, man. But let me change the subject, man. As far as
Hey,
Cheetah,
listen.
man, what are you guys hearing about Cheetah?
Hey, listen, shut up to Jets gang. Listen, I wish my owner was like Woody Johnson and based their players off of Madden ratings.
We're soft. We're
Bro,
we're soft.
His kid,
Wow.
hey, Shake, his kid was running the team, bro.
You heard about Woody Johnson
Jets fan is
denying a
calling us
trade because
soft.
he had a low because
That's funny.
of the Madden rating, whatever.
Bro, Shake, his kid was running the Jets organization. His 17-year-old son was found out that he was calling the shots, bro.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
17-year-old.
And doesn't it kind of seem well? Actually, who's been calling the shots? Aaron Rodgers. He's been calling the shots. I want to know after he got his coach fired and some other people. My question was, who you gonna fire now, Rodgers? Because the only one that looks like they need fired is him. I actually thought the Jesters coach was a pretty decent coach. He I don't think he was the problem at all.
At Jets practices when they blare music during their practice, right? Aaron Rodgers is the DJ when you're listening to Shaggy's It Wasn't Me. It wasn't me.
It wasn't.
Not me.
Playing holistic music.
Holistic music.
Holistic. He needs something holistic. He is. I mean, you want to talk about cancer? Aaron Rodgers, cancer. Little creep.
I don't know, man. I keep hearing,
fans calls us soft. Good grief.
I keep hearing Flores might get the job at New York, man.
No, he ain't gonna get the job. He ain't gonna do that. That's career suicide.
If Rodgers is still there, it is because it's going to be anybody that's coaching for the Cowgirls with Jerry Jones. It's going to be the same thing. You can't get nothing done with somebody like that you have to deal with. Nothing.
I think Vrabel's
by the way,
going to
can you
get the Jets
confirm or
game.
deny?
What does that say? What?
That's Carla.
Actually, Carla, I'm a dance teacher. Doesn't involve a pole, but I got skills, girl. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Next. Wow.
Hey, so what are you guys hearing about Cheetah?
He's sitting out for the rest of the season.
You think so?
You think so?
No, I'm just guessing.
I was gonna say
I'm just taking a wild guess that he's shutting it down. Waddle's shutting it down. A-Chain shutting it down. They're gonna kind of like casually step it down. A-Chain's he doesn't want to get injured. He's saving himself for the next season.
So he's pulled himself out?
Yeah, I think he's gonna pull himself out, Pam.
I mean, I haven't seen that. I ain't saying it's not going to happen. I just haven't seen it.
Wright's gonna get all of the remaining carries.
I think he should have had more carries anyway.
Yeah, I'm not saying that what Crypto just said is true because I haven't heard anything like you said. But
Right.
it is very particular that the keys to the game and the video promo that they keep posting from the Miami Dolphins has Jalen Wright all over it. Just saying.
Well, and so like you said, I haven't seen that either, and I'm not saying it wouldn't happen, but in my opinion, Jalen Wright should have been getting more touches anyway. I mean,
Well, I was told he can't dissect the playbook right, and he can't find the holes. So my thing is, if you spent the 4th round pick on a running back that's supposed to be in your play rotation, how can you play him moving forward if you didn't play him before? That would look like a coaching blunder in itself if you start playing him now and you didn't play him before.
And especially if he does well, right?
What's the conspiracy
Yeah.
that y'all hopping on now? The
I don't know. We're looking
conspiracy
for
theory.
one.
Because now somebody's pulling themselves out of the game on Sunday.
Which is, I think we got to pull your
Let me ask
paycheck.
you a question.
You're gonna pull yourself out.
Can you please catch us up on what's going on with Big O?
Shake, I haven't listened to Big O in a long time.
Yeah, and me and Pam aren't Gator fans, so yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
I'm not wearing all blue and orange or anything.
Hey, Shake, you want to know something? You want me to just tell you that it's the God's honest truth? Because I swear on my life that I have not listened to Big O in a while.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I've clipped in every 5 seconds or so. Don't get me wrong, but outside of that, I have not listened to Big O in a while.
Okay.
I have not religiously because I've been on
I've
Spaces.
clicked on him a couple times. I was naughty, guys.
But color, I've been on the Spaces more than
I'm on a Big O diet. You know.
I've been on Spaces more with y'all than I have been with listening to Big O. So, but what I'm trying to figure out here is what conspiracy, what's going on now? Someone's pulling the stuff out of the game because they don't want to play.
I'm not saying it. I'm hearing it. That's what I'm hearing. That he's like
but
saying
who?
maybe.
But who?
They say maybe he's. Man, I mean, I gotta go. I don't know, bro. Like I know right now you're catching me off guard. Like I gotta go back to get my sources, but that's why I'm asking. Like, are you hearing the same thing?
No, I've not heard that myself, but
what
nobody
player?
called me.
I'm hearing he might. I'm hearing he might
What
not be.
player?
He might not play, bro.
What player?
Cheetah.
Oh, Cheetah.
Well, I mean,
do you really? At this point, honestly, if he's pulling himself out of the game, I don't care.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull his paycheck.
I don't give two UFOs,
Rips.
two rips UFOs that he's pulling himself out. And
But we
Jalen
still have
Waddle's
a
doubtful for
mathematically.
Sunday. I mean, if that's the case, then
Those
so
are,
be it.
by the way, those are called UAPs now, not UFOs.
UAPs.
And let me tell you something. If the Dolphins beat San Francisco on Sunday without his top two weapons, what does that tell you?
And who are we talking about, real quick? Who are we talking about?
Reek.
Oh, listen, we all know Tyreek Hill doesn't pull out, so I'm not worried about him.
Oh my God. Okay, Shake. All right, Shake.
Bro, if we beat the 49ers, what are we gonna say if we beat the 49ers Sunday?
We are.
If you beat the no, it's not whoop-de-doo color. Honestly, it won't be that. Especially when you don't have your top two weapons.
They don't have a running back, bro. They don't have a running
blew
back,
my
dude.
mind with that. Ale kind of blew my mind because if this goes out to a point where we're down to Craycraft and that's it, and we still win,
they don't have a running back.
We don't have a running back either.
Well, so what?
No, we got running backs. We got. I don't care what anybody says.
So then why am I supposed to get excited about whatever the outcome is Monday? I really don't care.
It's a Dolphin game. If we win, I'm always going to be excited. Always. It's a W. I'll take it.
You know what I'll be saying Monday if we win, Alex? Oh, now we got to win two. If y'all think the football gods are going to open the door for us again, fine. So we got to win two more. Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Go sing to the heavens that we beat the 49ers? They're trash right now, bro.
I don't care. Here's the thing. I don't care if you're 1-15 or you're 0-13, this and that. My team is the Miami Dolphins. If we win on Sunday, I will be excited that we won on Sunday. And nobody can ever bring 100%. Me down about that.
Well, good for you. Then why are you trying to bait us into trying?
Hey, Color, you can fan how you want to fan. I will never tell you how to fan. But as for me,
I don't
As
even
for
know where
me-
you're going with this, dude. Really.
As for me, I will be excited, and
You
I will
came up
be
here basically asking us to bring you down, bro. You know how we
I'm
think
not
about
tell-
this team.
I'm not telling you to bring you. I'm not telling you you're bringing me down.
Like, you came up here to ask us that so we could say, well, we don't really care. So you could put yourself above us by saying, well, I'm a champ fan. They will still be excited. Well, good for you, dude. I'm glad for you.
I mean, if you get it, but what about
A lot of people would be excited if we lose.
Yeah, I don't know why, but anyways.
Because maybe some people see further. Maybe some people see further down the road than you. Is that okay? Does that make them does that make them not excited or no reason to be excited?
Hey, a Whopper is better than the Big Mac, so
We're at that point. We're at that point, bro. Yeah, he's right. Though. We're at that point.
And a retirement investment is much better than Social Security.
Oh, crypto is better than cryptocurrency is better
Both
than
is better,
that.
actually. But
Crypto
I
went down,
gotta
bro.
run, guys.
I mean,
I just
Bitcoin.
came on to say hey and go Gators.
Thank you for
and
stopping by. Have
Thanks,
Pam.
Shay.
Good night, Miss Pam.
Good to see you guys.
Have a good night, Pam. Nice to see you.
Bye, y'all.
Night. Let me see. These days we got an owner trying to use Madden on a trade. You know. Y'all hear about that report?
I don't know, bro, but I got 2 teams in the Super Bowl in fantasy leagues, bro. They should talk to me, bro.
Hey, but did y'all hear about that report with Woody Johnson? You want to get a little laughter about it? You want to laugh?
Oh no, the past 2 weeks has been nothing but laughter about them.
This takes the cake out of all of them because it was on the facility with Acho and Taylor and McCoy, and it was also reported by several beats on Twitter as well, and by the Athletic as well, that Woody Johnson vetoed a trade for Jerry Jeudy because his Madden rating was too low. Y'all gotta laugh about that. Y'all supposed to laugh.
That sounds just as bad as Chris Greer allowing his son to make draft picks. Oh wait, he did.
Actually,
I don't believe in that report. But anyways,
It's
Believe
pretty
it or
evident,
not.
bro. The guy
Believe it or
his
not.
son plays played with Cam Smith. You know, I mean, it's pretty evident who made the pick, bro. I'm sorry.
How is it different though?
It
If
actually is
Woody
different.
Johnson hired a bunch of mathematicians and statisticians to rate the players to help him, he already did that. It's called a coaching staff, and they got it wrong.
No, the coaching staff.
No, let me finish. So he decided to go to a video game who has a multi-million-dollar PR department to make sure that their game is as realistic as it could possibly be. So they have a bunch of statisticians and mathematicians rating the players. What the hell's the difference?
Color, you do know
When
that
you go out there, Alex, and tell everybody your personal draft choices, don't you go to ESPN and NFL and all these other sites and get their opinion on what they think about these draft prospects before you make your opinion?
You get different evaluations. You get different.
How's that different?
I just think it's hilarious.
Why?
Because and first of all, it was his son that showed it to him. It wasn't any coaches.
Okay, so do you think that Madden, the people that made that rating at Madden, do you think they were wrong?
Oh my God! So you're saying you're
I'm
not
asking a question, Alex.
Wait. Color, you're the only person that has not laughed about this.
Because it's stupid. Who cares?
How is it stupid? It's fucking hilarious.
I'm trying to tell you how it's stupid.
It's fucking
And
hilarious.
you want to insult the questions I'm asking you instead of just answering them.
Because that's.
Do you disagree with Madden's rating for that player?
For Jerry
Yes
Jeudy?
or no? I take that as a yes. I guess I
Yeah, Woody Johnson's a fucking moron. That's all I gotta say about that.
him. I'd
You
rather
gotta
have
be
a
you gotta
moron
be a
bank
fucking
account than
dumbass.
yours.
You gotta
Hey,
be a
listen,
fucking dumbass.
listen.
I'd rather have a moron bank account than yours.
I'd rather be a dumbass than sleeping on a pile of cash than a smart broke man.
Guess what, Alex? I went to ESPN's draft board to find out that Tyreek Stevenson was the best cornerback on board before Chris Greer decided to draft Cam Smith. Am I dumb? Am I a moron?
That lounge chair and that umbrella right there, and
So
that
I
beach.
guess I'm dumb when I said that I wanted Cam Smith last season as well.
Excuse me?
Because I was one of the ones screaming for them
No,
to
I would
draft
say
Cam Smith.
that I would say you were incorrect. I wouldn't say you were dumb.
I was actually one of the ones that
know what
wanted
your
Cam Smith.
methodology is in picking a player before I'd call you dumb. What do you mean,
To be
talk?
100% honest, I
Hold on. What do you mean Color always wants to pick fights? The guy comes up here and asks us how we're going to feel about the team, and when we're not as excited as him, picks a fight with us about it. And you're telling me I'm not
picking a fight with you, Color. I'm not telling you how to fan, bro. I never once criticized you. I never once criticized you for being
Then
sad about it.
ask? Then why'd you ask?
Upset? Because it's just a fucking question, bro.
Oh, really? Then
We're
why
at
don't
that
you answer
point,
mine?
bro.
Why don't you answer mine since I had the respect to answer yours? Do you agree
what's
with
your question,
Madden's
bro?
rating for that player?
Bro, I don't know.
Thank you. Now we know who's picking a fight.
I don't know. First of all, I think Jerry Judy. I don't even know what Jerry Judy's rating is to begin with.
Then
Probably
why are you going to
78.
call him a moron?
Probably 78 or 80, probably, right?
Then why are you going to call Woody a moron? He
I mean, now it's pretty hard.
Because he bases analysis only on Madden.
If we're playing the result now, what's his rating now?
What kind of owner? What kind of owner? What kind of owner
You're
or what kind
inside
of
the guy's
scout?
head, and you know that he only bases it on Madden.
Look at the report, Color.
I don't give a fuck about the report. A billionaire
Look at the
don't
report.
base a decision
It's
on any one metric.
It's accurate by several freaking outlets.
Okay, but what you're failing to realize is they're dumb. He's a billionaire.
Okay. So Jerry Judy is actually having a good season.
I saw you.
You know, he's having a very good season right now. Okay, for Cleveland. All right. And you're telling me that he wouldn't have helped out the Jets with
wins has
Devontae
it
Adams.
gotten them? How many wins has it gotten them over the Jets?
First,
how many wins has it gotten them
What the
over
hell's
the
that in
Jets?
the background? Yelling in the background. Good
I don't
Lord.
know who that is. That's definitely not me.
I'm on mute, not me.
I'm waiting. How many wins has it gotten them more than the Jets?
They have a quarterback issue.
So do the Jets.
Aaron Rodgers has played the entire season. Now you tell me Aaron Rodgers is definitely better than Jameis Winston.
Holy Christ. Is
You're
he having a better season? Is he having a better season than Jameis Winston?
He probably is not, but still.
Then they have a quarterback problem.
Okay, but when you base your opinion solely on Madden and you're an owner of a $1 billion football team.
That is where you are mistaken.
Okay,
I
Carl,
highly doubt that
okay.
a billionaire based his decision solely, quote, you on Madden.
You don't do that.
You understand what the word solely means?
Let me ask you. You know what's funny is everybody
You don't do that.
A lot of people have said this, but but none of them have been credible sources. None of them have been a Tom Pelissero or Adam Scheffner or anything like that reported this nonsense. I guarantee you, in 2 or 3 weeks, it's going to be debunked.
Even
I think it's McAfee, bro. It's McAfee, bro.
I guarantee you it wasn't the sole thing he based it on. And I would respect him. I would respect him if he took the opinion of a whole group of people that's paid millions of dollars to factor those ratings out for those players, dude. Like, seriously, how are they any different than any NFL scouting team? You think they use
So
something
if
different?
you're a general manager, you're an owner, you're gonna look at them and say, hey, I need to get this guy.
The Madden people that do the ratings for Madden, do you think that they just pull their guess out of their ass?
And first of all, Shake, it was confirmed by several outlets.
I mean, just because you can't get Madden to win for you doesn't mean that the people that rate the players don't know what they're doing.
Color, that has nothing to do with you win or lose with fucking Madden, bro. What are you talking about?
Because it's so you're laughing at a billionaire acting like you're so smart to be laughing at him, ridiculing me for not thinking he's a moron. Okay, when I'm trying to tell you, you have no idea what it would ever take to make that the kind of money that guy has.
I'm not fucking
and I'm supposed to default to your opinion on him being a moron.
Yo, what the fuck is going on here, bro?
I know exactly what's going on.
Yo, you think I'm going, bro? I never once ridiculed you for that fucking for anything.
What are we doing here? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Literally gasped. You gasped when I said you gasped, bro. You gasped and said, "How do you not understand he's a moron?" Dude, you literally gasped. You almost had a heart attack to say, "How do you not think he's a moron?" That's not ridiculing me.
I just don't. I think you're, bro. It's
okay.
hilarious.
What did I miss? Hey, what did I miss? I was gone for a few minutes. What did the Big O say, Alex?
I said it was hilarious that Woody Johnson based his opinion of Jerry Jeudy solely on Madden, and Color's killing me for it.
Right, and when I said I said that was not funny, and you asked me why, and I said it's because it's stupid. You gasped and said, "Huh? How do you not think that's stupid?" As if it's a dumb thing that I don't think it's
it's fucking hilarious because I got a kick out of that.
Right.
What did he say about Madden?
Until you articulate to me why it's hilarious, why my position is hilarious. Look, until you articulate to me why you think my position is hilarious, you are ridiculing me. Sorry.
Okay.
That's just the way it works, dude.
What did I miss about Johnson?
Crypto. Apparently it was reported and it was confirmed that Woody Johnson and his team, Woody Johnson nixed the trade. He vetoed the trade for Jerry Jeudy solely because of Madden. His Madden ratings. Which as soon as I saw that report, I was dying laughing.
Vetoed the trade.
So
he vetoed the trade because of Madden. As soon as I saw that report,
Alex.
Adams.
Hold on, Alex, listen to what you're saying, right? You just stated that Woody Johnson went ahead and niched a trade because solely on Madden, and it was confirmed. Yes. Number one, how can anybody, and I'm talking about anybody, confirm that his thoughts were solely on Madden? The only person that can answer that, the only person is the owner himself. That's it. If he comes up and says, my opinions were solely based on this, then okay. But if we're hearing it from anybody but his mouth, then that's just an opinion, bro.
Or a mind reader.
Yeah.
That's what Color's trying to tell you. It's just a fucking opinion.
Even
what
if
did he use to bring in Adams?
It's still
Adams
a perfectly valid metric to add on to a pile of variables.
His sons were the ones that showed him.
Right. Now here's where you're missing the point right here, because these are billionaires. Okay, this is a billionaire family. When the son showed it to him, he probably said, "Hey, Dad, look at this. I bet you can't make a trade based on this and make it work." And Woody was like, "Hey, watch this." Like, how do we know it wasn't just like a joke? You think they really care about us that much, bro?
How do you know that he didn't take the information his son gave him, supposedly, right? How do you know he didn't take that information and go to his GM and go to other routes and everything, and be like,
Can
so
you find
what do you
out
guys
why
think?
Madden
Would
hasn't
work?
rated
Yes,
this low?
no.
Right. Right, Ali. Can you find out why Madden hasn't rated this low, guys?
It's also really particular that this happens right after. Didn't they just let go of their GM? Actually, didn't they fire him or something?
Jets fans think they're going to get
Right,
rid of
Jets
Woody.
King.
I guess.
I
Well,
must
I
have
guess
pissed Alex
Jets
off.
King,
I
he
didn't mean to
make the
piss
money on his
Alex
own.
off,
You're
but
No,
right, he
bro,
probably
because
didn't.
I don't even care anymore, dude. I'm tired of being treated that way, man. I'm sorry, bro.
I hear you. I just what my point was is that I understand why you were making the point, and I was just trying to explain to him.
No, I understand. I'm just saying it would be no. It look, man. It's a. If you're doing things based on anything, you ain't making $1 billion. If you're doing things based solely on one thing, you ain't making $1 billion. Sorry, ain't happening.
Yeah, that it's unheard of.
Why do you think it takes these billionaires a month to make every decision they make?
Not unless you're getting contracts handed out to you left and right, and you freaking.
Not unless it's, hey,
bankers
it's
on
raining outside. I should probably put an umbrella over my head on the way into the limousine.
Well, Alex, he made a good decision when he got Adams, so that wasn't a man.
No, I just look, man, I don't care, bro. It's out there. Whether you
it
like
was
it or
an
not,
off-season-
Madden is out there. And the people,
was an off-season
that
trade.
do those ratings are known to be a viable, valid statistician group. Okay?
No,
No
it wasn't.
different
They
than
got
the
Adams. They
NFL
got Adams in the
employees
midseason.
or ESPN employees or anybody. Okay?
What are you
You
talking
go
about,
around
Alex?
with
They got
that.
a midseason.
You go around with that. We got a 6%
Buffalo
chance
got,
of making the playoffs.
Harper.
Who do you think factored that 6%, Alex? Some analytics department. So I'm trying to argue the whole point that laughing at somebody for factoring in a Madden rating into their decision is a stupid thing in the first place. That's what I'm arguing against. I'm done with arguing whether we should think he's stupid or not, or whether we should laugh at him or not. Nothing. I am attacking the Mott right where it stands. Okay. I'm attacking the castle. Okay. I'm attacking the idea that using Madden ratings to help make a decision is a stupid thing to do.
Yeah, that's why it's hilarious.
No, it's not. It is the furthest thing from hilarious.
I listen, man. I didn't know what I wanted to eat, so I used Madden ratings.
It's hilarious from the respect that that everybody thinks it's hilarious that somebody would do that.
They got us 4. That turkey sandwich got a rating of 4, so I couldn't get it.
Yes.
Hey guys, I like
steak got a better
Tyreek
rating.
Hill's number on his jersey, so I'm going to give him a 98.
Yeah,
My grilled cheese sandwich had a 10.
Crypto, I refuse to go to McDonald's because their speed rating is very low.
I don't even play the goddamn game.
That's true. the fries, Ali, is had a 10. Now they're down to a 2 now.
Yeah, because they don't salt them anymore.
It went from a 10 to a 2 to golden
like
fries.
they're a bunch of freaking, like they're a bunch of baseball nerds sitting on a couch going, oh, the Dolphins have really cool looking colors. Tyreek looks great in them. I'm going to give him a 98.
I bet y'all will be singing the difference when Ross did that. If Ross did
Ross
that,
said it?
If Ross did that, then I think you guys would
You
just
think we'll
destroy
be
him.
I'd actually have a new respect for him. I'd have a new respect for him.
If Ross did what Woody
No,
Johnson
I have a
did,
new respect for Sharif if Ross said that. Because Sharif was saying it the whole time when he making his.
Do you know? Did you know, Alex? Did you know Brian Billick? Did you know when Brian Billick was coaching? I think he was OC at the time for the Ravens before he became their coach. Might have been their coach. Either case, Cam Cameron was their OC, and that dude took a play that some teenager sent them in an email that he designed himself and said, "Hey, you should try this." and they made a big story about it pregame, and they actually used the play in the game, and it like scored a touchdown or some shit. So spare me with the, oh, we should be laughing at these guys for using the Madden ratings to make their decisions.
No, he just validated Sharif. That's what the Jets owner did. He used the Madden ratings to validate getting Sharif, getting a Christian Worps and Cesar Ruiz. So there you go.
Maybe if they were using Madden ratings, we'd have a better goddamn offensive line. Did you ever think of that, Alex?
So where's Sharif at when you need him? You got a billionaire owner on your side, Sharif. That's all I got to say.
Y'all like to harp about how bad our players are, yet none of them are highly rated in Madden. What's that tell you, Alex? Maybe we shouldn't be laughing at those people.
Well,
do me a favor, Alex.
We can laugh, but
fire up your game, which I know you play,
vindicated,
and tell me what Tyreek Stevenson's rating is compared to Cam Smith. Do me that favor. Then come talk to me about Madden ratings.
Eichenberg has a 99 rating on that game.
You know, especially after I adjusted it.
There is a good reason why he would have nixed the trade off of a Madden rating anyway. Because Madden ratings are just like PFF; they're opinion based. You know, a lot of times they're not, as accurate as
even if they're not, Ali. Even if they're purely statistical, but let's say subjective statistics,
Ali,
they're still the same as any of these other analytics
Go look at what I tagged
departments.
you in Twitter. Go look at what I tagged you in Twitter. Then you can see exactly what I'm talking about.
Nobody cares, bro.
I think the pass block win rate, Alex, is trash. That's the worst stat that's ever been generated in the history of mankind. That's just my opinion.
And which one are we talking about, Crypto? ESPN's or PFF's?
All of the above at this point.
I mean, for real.
So Alex gets his news from The Athletic, which aren't they a part of the New York Times?
I'd imagine. Yeah, I believe so. I wouldn't look. I'll tell you this. I ain't gonna say it. Never mind. I'm not gonna do that.
And then also, then after that,
no, Alex.
They did actually report. They did actually talk about that show with the Achos on along with LaShawn McCoy and Joy Taylor as well.
Yeah. I still fail to see how it's funny or something to be made fun of.
Hey, man, everybody has their own sense of humor, Color. So.
It don't matter if they nix the trade anyway. They're still going to be in the mud, bro. Their team is still going to be shit.
It was an off-season trade. It wasn't a mid.
It doesn't matter. Their team would have still been shit, bro. To be honest, I think Devontae Adams is a much better receiver than Jared Jeudy. So, in my opinion, he made the right call. Who cares?
I honestly hope Woody Johnson does that again and comes out and makes it public and laughs at everybody. Yeah, that's what I did. What?
Well, I'm talking about the Devontae Adams. That was in the middle of the season.
Well, you think all the 30 other owners plus the Green Bay Packers shareholders are going to be like, let's call an emergency meeting and get him out here, boot him out?
I think they're gonna.
I mean, what would have been the thing? What would have been like if somebody starts doing that more often? And what if somebody realizes, oh damn, it's valuable? What about if a Super Bowl champion coach came out the next day after the Super Bowl and said, "Yo, I built this whole team on Madden ratings, man. You believe that shit?" What would you say then?
Kansas City GM came out and said that.
All right,
they won the Super Bowl.
I don't think it's going to happen, but yeah.
What if they caught video of Andy Reid scouring through the Madden ratings?
Moving on.
Actually, they'll more likely catch Andy Reid going through the Waffle House menu than
Right.
Madden.
Exactly.
Damn.
Maybe going through that
Let
menu.
me check the Madden ratings on that Waffle House down the road.
Yeah.
So what? Besides that, are you getting anything special for the kids this Christmas, Alex?
I don't know.
I was expecting to see you at the tailgate,
Alex?
Alex.
I don't know.
Alex, why wasn't you at the tailgate last week?
Because I didn't go.
Oh, so
Yeah.
hold on. So Alex, are you like me? The wife does all the shopping and I get the credit.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, that's what hey, that's what I do. Wife does all the shopping for my family, and
There you go. No Grumpy said he missed you at the tailgate, Alex.
how's
It
it
wasn't.
like in Houston nowadays, Alex? You okay,
It's
bro?
not. It's not. He wasn't talking about me. He was talking about the other Alex.
What other Alex?
There's only
The
one
one
Alex here. I'm talking about you,
No,
man.
no, the one that's on the one that's on with Lewis and
Oh,
that's who Guppy was talking about.
okay.
No, he was there. He
You
wanted
get any
you there
ugly
too. He wanted
sweaters yet
all
this
Alex
year,
there.
Alex?
I don't know. I don't know.
Any of
I
your
don't know
family
the
send you
other.
ugly sweater yet?
That's the better Alex. The one with Tony and Lewis.
Yeah, we wanted all Alexes present for the game. All Alexes need to be in attendance.
That's the better Alex. Not. That's the better Alex. So.
Yeah, he was there. Yeah, he was there.
That's what's up.
Who's missing all the other Alexes?
I don't know how many Alexes are in this community.
Luckily, there's only one Rashad.
Yeah. Right? Shake.
And luckily, there's only one
There's only
Pete.
one. I think we could do for about 4 or 5 more Pete's, and that'll spice it up a little bit.
Thank God there's one color.
I think
if I was Brock Purdy, not only would I would have bought everybody trucks like he did, but I would have had them all wrapped in ugly sweater pattern.
That would be really
That was
funny.
a good
to be
sweater
honest.
you had on.
I mean, they can remove that stuff pretty easy now. You know what I
Speaking
mean? Like,
of that, I want to say it was Cap for Life was in the Spaces was talking about is it messed up that Brock Purdy bought Toyota Camrys and trucks and stuff for his players, but turn around and Tua goes and buys golf simulators. I was about to ask. Has Chris Greer maybe taught like some type of business school to his players how to nickel and dime? Just saying. Just saying.
Yes.
No, I'm just messing around.
Was that a Christmas gift, Ali? Brock Purdy did, or
Yeah, he gave all of his offensive linemen's Tundra trucks and whatever the SUV is.
I remember whatchamacallit.
If I was Eichenberg, I'd be feeling some
he gave
kind
his
of way.
offensive line smokers or something like that, grills, one year.
For Tua not buying him a monster cyber truck. I think if I was Eichenberg, I would be feeling some kind of way about that.
Yeah.
Tua should be buying him a cyber truck or something.
oh yeah, Richmond Webb's sitting there going, all I got was these stinking gloves.
The ice and tuners, yeah. That's all he got. That was the salary structure.
He's like,
back
I
then.
protected the
You need
greatest
ice
quarterback of all time, man, and all I got was these stinking gloves.
Yeah, he kept Dan clean and upright. Even the great Bruce Smith can get past him.
Actually, Tua got all his offensive linemen throwback to Devontae Parker jerseys. Those are collector items.
Okay.
That'd be funny if Crypto
some
showed up
extra.
to a game with a whole bunch of Devontae jerseys to pass out to us. Like, Merry Christmas, everybody.
man,
And just
some-
throwing Devontae Parker jerseys everywhere.
Oh man.
So I guess it's pointless to even I mean, I knew it was already, but I guess it's pointless to even placate the people that are praying to the football gods, because it looks like our team is already shut down and doesn't care if the doors are back open back up miraculously anyway. So yeah, there's that.
Yeah, because of the outcome of last night's game pretty much clarified the whole entire
Why
picture.
though, Crypto? I don't understand why people think it's any different than it was going to be. The Colts still had to lose another game.
Right. They still had to lose.
And
They
I
all
mean,
gonna have
to
to lose
me,
all 3 games.
especially
and
after what happened last
2 of the
night.
3 scenarios. Or the
Well,
4 scenarios
especially
have to
after what
happen.
happened last night, Crypto, I think that Denver losing their last 2 could be more in the bag than the Chargers.
Right, which will break that whole cycle because they need
Oh, by the way,
4 scenarios. They need
another thing people forgot about, which,
2 of the
bro,
4
be
scenarios to
careful,
happen.
because they got to roll through Pittsburgh, I think, 2 more times, or at least once, is Baltimore. If Baltimore loses their last 3, that's the same thing as if Denver did or if the Chargers did. The Colts lose
Denver
1
losing
and
2.
the Ravens lose all 3. We're in.
Well, Ravens not losing all 3. That's not
I know.
happening.
I'm just saying. It's not like it's the only scenario.
No, they need 2 of the 4 scenarios to happen. Any
Right.
combination of 2.
Right. The Colts losing has to be one of them.
Right. The Ravens losing 3 is another, and Denver and
Or
the
Denver
Chargers
losing their last 2.
along with the Chargers losing the last 2.
No, I think the Chargers
There
only
has
got to
to be
lose
2.
1. If that.
No, the Chargers had to lose their last 2.
Or listen, I like Crypto scenario.
as
Listen,
well.
I'm gonna go back to one of Crypto scenarios, and this will guarantee us not only the playoffs, but the AFC Championship. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to the Super Bowl. If this scenario plays out, I think that we'll get to the Super Bowl and we'll make the playoffs. If all 7 teams in the NFL collide together in the air,
right,
and they all have to
right.
be replaced, then we
Yeah,
have
pretty much.
we have a
right.
shot.
We got a shot. We got replaced. They'd be like the 87 strike. All replacement players are showing up in January. It'd be like the 87 strike. But see, the reason why I say the Chargers as well, color, because remember they're already sitting at 9. They have
Oh,
to
I'm checking
end with
right
9
now,
and 8.
bro. I'm checking right now.
No, all you have to do is think about the record that the Chargers have now.
Oh, I don't have to think at all. All I got to do is check it.
No, I'm just saying the reason why
let
they
the,
both
let
have to
the
lose
computer
the
think
last 2
for me,
games.
bro.
The Chargers and the
I'm checking it
both
right
have to
now
lose
and giving the
and the
Chargers
Broncos.
I'm giving the Chargers wins the rest of the way, bro. I'm checking it right now.
Well, if you give them wins, they reach the magic number 10. They only need 1 to get to 10. That automatically
Yeah. No,
takes us
you're
out the
right.
spot.
You're right. You're right on that, but that gives them the 6th seed, not the 7th.
Right, which means what I'm saying that all those other 2 teams will fill up the 2 spots.
Not yet, because the Bengals have to play the Broncos.
Right, the Broncos also, if they don't lose the final 2, they automatically get to 10. There's the 2 spots.
All right. Well, here.
That's why they both have to lose. The Broncos and the Chargers have to lose their last 2 games.
The Chargers win their last game. They jump to the 5th seed.
Well, the Steelers have already clinched. They can slide as low as 7.
LA, Buffalo,
Just think about the 5th,
Philly,
6th, and 7th seed. Because the first 4 seeds are already except the
Balti
Ravens
there.
and the Steelers.
Cardinals there. We'll give the Steelers beating the Bengals, and then Dolphins. Yeah. Let me make sure that don't work.
So 2 of the 4 have to happen in us winning out.
Oh, I forgot to click that game. No, they don't, Crypto. I'm telling you, I just did it right here. Chargers beat the Patriots next week. Chargers beat the Raiders next week. And if Denver loses out and the Colts lose one, we are in.
Right.
Here
That's
it
why I
is right
said
here.
two. I
The
said
Chargers don't have
of
to
the
lose
three.
again. The Chargers do
I'm
not
saying
have to
you
lose again.
missing what I'm saying. I'm saying 2 of the 4 scenarios have to happen. Any combination of 2 of the 4.
I know, and one of those is being the Colts losing. The Colts have to lose.
Right, but if the Colts
That
don't
has
lose,
to be
then
one of
it
the
doesn't
two.
matter.
The Colts losing has to be one of the two.
No, it don't. Because the Baltimore
Yes,
loses
it
3.
does.
That could be 2
Unless
of the 3.
Baltimore loses out.
Right. That's what I'm saying. 2 of the 4 scenarios. Any combination of 2 of the 4 will be sufficient for us to get in. It's just got to
I'm
be
telling
2
you,
of
the
the
Colts
4.
have to lose, dude.
If the Colts win all 3 and Baltimore loses, they don't need to lose.
Let me check. Colts
2
win
of the 4
there.
scenarios. If
Let me
Baltimore
just check,
loses
Crypto. Save your energy, bro. Let the computer do it. I'm checking.
I didn't do the computer. They already typed it
I
out
know,
in
but you
full
already
font.
repeated yourself 3 times already, bro. Save your energy. I don't
2
even
of the
remember
4.
who I need to lose now because you've been
You don't.
distracting me.
I'm saying
Hold
2
on.
of the 4 scenarios, any combination.
Baltimore lose there. Baltimore lose there. And then Baltimore loses to the Browns. Okay, yeah. That gives Indianapolis the 6th seed. So yeah. But I don't know. The Browns beating Baltimore, really?
Yeah, stranger things have
That's
happened.
probably not. No, that's probably, yeah.
Now, I
That
can
would
see
mean that
I
they
can
missed
see the
beat
Texans stealing it from them. I can
If the
see
Browns are good enough to beat Baltimore, we
I
ain't
can see
beating the Browns.
Steelers stealing it from them.
So none of this will happen anyways if the Browns are that good. If the Browns are good enough to beat Baltimore twice in the same season when they're trying to make a playoff, then there's no way we beat the Browns anyways.
Oh,
That's
right,
what makes
right.
it almost impossible.
Well, yeah, pretty much. But it's also week 18. So the fact that Baltimore is not secure means they're not going to rest anybody. They won't chance resting anybody unless Indy loses one.
And they've already won the division.
Well, of course, I'm talking about. Oh yeah, but it won't matter at that point because we're talking about if they lose their next 2, they won't be resting anybody. So
right, because they can be on the brink.
So they're gonna roll Cleveland.
Right, they will be. Yeah.
So ultimately, our best bet, to be honest with you, to me, is Duval County. But the thing of it is, bro, with the Colts losing, we only got to get 3 losses out of other teams, 2 from Denver and 1 from Indy, and we're in. So I just don't know. What I'm saying, what the original reason I brought it up, Crypto, has gotten lost now, like it always does. The reason I brought it up was to say it's amazing that the Dolphins are not praying to the football gods, and some of the fans are. It's like, why are we shutting anybody down?
Mm-hmm.
Because
why we talking about cutting Calais loose any more than we were at 2-6?
Because it was more reasonable at 2-6 than it was now.
Yeah, but 3 losses going your way. I'm just saying, if the football gods open that door back up, it's going to be quite hilarious for us rolling in with Skylar Thompson. That's going to be hilarious.
Because they're saying the likelihood of Indy losing any more games this season is.
Well, I don't know.
Small.
Duval, bro. I'm going the Duval angle, man. Last game of the season, Miami clinches it because Duval comes through for their brothers in South Florida.
It's in Jacksonville's interest if they're sitting.
They're
not going to go from the 2
I don't
seed
give a shit, bro.
Draft to go down to 10th.
It was in Jacksonville's interest not to lose a couple weeks ago when they won one.
No, because other teams around them is in the same spot.
I mean, if they all wanted to really lose games, lose them. At least the Browns know how to do it right. At least the Browns know how to do it right. 0-16. Try to say I'm trying to win. I'm trying to lose now or trying to win. You know.
But you're running out of games to lose. You're getting close to the end of the season.
Why would you want to win any if you don't care to win them all?
No, because at this point, if you win, you go from the
do they
second
think they're
overall
like
pick to the
fooling
10th
people
overall
still?
pick.
Do they still think they're like fooling people? Like, oh, we're not really tanking, guys.
I mean, they can do things on the play call to
Why sometimes
sure
I don't
tank.
buy it. You know what I mean? I don't buy it. I know that the coach makes play calls that screws it up, but
and so does owners have.
What about the other
to
team?
make sure the personnel is there?
And what if the Colts are so bad it don't matter anyway on that particular day?
No, they're not that bad. They barely lost to freaking Denver.
Oh, I'm sorry, Crypto.
Flacco's their backup.
I was fully convinced that Anthony Richardson was trash already. I'm sorry. My mistake. I wonder how I could have gotten that idea.
No, he don't have to be trash. He can just hand it to one of the best running backs in football, and they'll be fine.
No, it's just funny how it's like the Colts, according to some people in this fan base, shouldn't even be ahead of us right now because Anthony Richardson is a bust.
Yeah, well, a certain part of our fan base is already annoying.
Well, if your quarterback's a bust,
played 2 seasons,
you would be right where we're at, needing everybody else to lose.
Yeah, they don't actually technically need help. They control their destiny fully.
I believe you're correct.
Yeah, they have full control of their own destiny without any help. They can just get in by winning out. That's the thing with them.
Yep.
I think what you call.
And I'm not sure we get in, even if they win out. I'm not sure we get in, even if Baltimore and Denver lose out.
Right, because they can't.
That's the two we can't have together, is what I was trying to say earlier. Like you can't, you still have to have Indy or Denver lose. You know what I mean? Like you can't just have Denver and Baltimore lose out.
No, Baltimore. Yeah, Baltimore should be able to get you in, and Baltimore lose out.
Right.
Couple with either San Diego or not San Diego, the Chargers or Denver. And Denver would jump up ahead of us.
I think it's just funny. It's funny, bro. It really is. That the organization knows exactly where we're at, but yet they've been trying to fool us for all these seasons, bro.
No, they said we're in the Super Bowl window at the beginning of the season, and then they said we're not in the Super Bowl window.
Well, Super Bowl window means if you got to rely on the football gods, you got to rely on the football gods.
Well, Kansas City never had to rely on the football gods.
Just saying. Don't tell me we're in a Super Bowl window then.
And by the way,
Super Bowl window.
By the way, Ross showed me a picture of our Super Bowl window.
Oh, well, yeah, it could be closed. That window. We need to borrow the "We Open for Business" sign from the freaking Minnesota Vikings and Brian Flores, so they can show us how to get it done in one season. We don't need
Koza. Koza. I said the Browns tank right. That's what I was talking about, tanking. You know what? I'm about so ready to like if people are gonna act that way, Shake, dude, and like literally lie about what I was even talking about, dude. I'm just not gonna put up with it anymore, bro. I don't need to read that shit.
Oh, Koza saying you said the Browns.
I don't need to read that shit, and I'm not the one that has to be forced to look away.
Yeah, we was talking about.
So keep that in mind when you keep doing that shit, Koza. You're riding a fine line with me, bro.
CCRR, Tua doesn't have any weapons.
What are you,
He's
what are you
never
talking
had
about,
weapons.
Color? What's going on?
It don't matter, bro. I ain't
Tua has never had a
gonna
coach that
fucking
believes
blow
in
it
him.
up out of proportion. I ain't even gonna give it the energy.
He doesn't have weapons, and he never had a coach that believes in him. CCR. We're still waiting
You
on
just
that.
let me know. You just let me know how there's a way to get a negative win on a season. Because if I was talking about tanking when I said the Browns do it right, then they are the only ones that ever have done it right, besides the Lions. Okay?
Yeah, they did.
Because
It
the
with,
only
what's
way to
his name
tank
as the head
right is to not get a win.
Well, actually, the only way to tank right is to make sure you lose more than the guys in second place.
Well, and what's the best way to do that?
Unless you got two
Unless you,
teams
of
with
course,
0
you think they
wins.
can hand out negative
Who will
wins
get the
on a
tiebreaker?
season.
Well, unless there's some kind of ways.
But he's trying to tell Jermaine. He's trying to tell Jermaine that I said the Browns do it right the way they're building.
Actually,
I've about had
they
it
are
up to
doing it
here
right by
with
building.
people that are here just to fucking try to aggravate me like that, bro.
Hold on.
I'm about up to here.
Technically, they have been doing it right.
Cosa Nostra says that even tanking for the Browns has gone wrong. Has it? They have more playoff wins than we do since they started tanking.
So
By the way, actually, having more playoff wins isn't than us shouldn't be a bar that
wasn't even the point.
It's too high.
I don't believe in tanking. So why would I say the Browns did it right to begin with? I was specifically referring to the act of tanking. You can't do it better than 0-16. Sorry, gentlemen. That's all I meant. See how that shit aggravates me? God damn. It's not that hard. I'm not speaking rocket science here.
But to be fair, a lot of things aggravate you, Color.
Well, no
It's
fucking
true.
wonder.
It's true, Color. There's some aggravation at times. What up, boys?
I could say good morning to you and not aggravate you.
That has never happened, bro.
Good morning, Color. You see how you're aggravating me?
And Cosa Nostra, I agree.
Hey, listen, Color. I think you should turn up.
agree
Fuck
with that.
these idiots. That's what I think, Color. Fuck them dumbasses. Listen, I liked what you boys were saying when I was coming in. I was listening. And something I kind of picked up, right? We were talking about we got to rely on the football gods. When you got to rely on the football gods, don't talk, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then you guys go, well, Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs don't need to rely. They rely on Patrick Mahomes. Then I'm like, who is this team when they were heading into 2024? Who is this team going to rely on? And also, during the course of 2024, who would we say that the team relies on? I'm asking. I'm asking chat. I'm asking everybody. 2024 Miami Dolphins heading into the season. Who is it they rely on? Is it the football gods, or who on the team would be the embodiment of what we would say they're relying on that? Is there anybody? Is it a player? Is it a coach? Manager? Owner? Who? Who are we relying on?
Nobody,
I'm
Cap.
asking.
We are right exactly where we should be with a third-year head coach.
Yeah, well,
I'm
hold up,
actually
bro.
happy where we're at.
Well,
I think
it's
we're
predictable
progressing
at this
well.
point. Not progressing, Color. I think we're right on schedule, buddy.
No,
I don't know if I call that progressing.
I'm saying when it comes down to the meat and potatoes, okay, we're right where we were supposed to be the past 2 seasons. Okay, we got a brand new head coach, and everybody even talking Super Bowl window to begin with. When our owner helicopters in and fires our coach and freaking interrupts a freaking build, and everybody thinks that like, oh yeah, well, we'll just pick up the pieces right where we left off. No, Mike McDaniel, I'm actually quite pleased with where we're at, with what he's building here. And you know what?
So it's
sorry,
Mike
y'all
McDaniel we
don't
rely
like what's
on?
going on right now, but it's exactly what should be going on right now.
Color, are you saying we rely on Mike McDaniel? That's who we need to rely on?
Well, people think I'm upset, Cap. It's not. I just don't understand the difference. I don't understand the disparity between what our organization is doing right now and believes about ourselves and praying to the football gods as opposed to what our fans do. Okay, so I'm actually quite refreshed.
A football deity?
No, wait a minute.
Would you say a football deity?
Wait a minute. I'm actually quite refreshed and pleased to hear that we're doing things like shutting certain guys down. And all of a sudden, so-and-so is questionable for this game and whatever.
Well, hold up now, Color.
Sounds to me like our organization knows exactly where we're at and where we should be at in our mentality.
Fucking phone, Color. Because you could say that, right? That's a bit of projecting. Because they didn't say that. That's what you're reading into it. Would you agree with that? They didn't say
I think it's pretty.
I see. I know. I'm not saying
55% obvious.
I would say, listen, I'm not saying I don't see
dude.
this forest through the trees, Color. You know what I'm saying? I see what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with your right to see it, but I would say on the flip side of that, are people quitting on Mike McDaniel? Players starting to quit on him?
That could be too. But to me, it's okay because that's precisely what Mike McDaniel wants.
Yeah.
Go ahead and quit. What has he been saying all year, Cap?
Adversity creates opportunity.
To find out what? To find out what?
Well, I would say if that's the case,
who is all about your goals?
I get that, but if
and
that's
what are
the case,
our goals? And what
why
are
is
the goal?
Well, the
Our
goal
goal is to
win
lose
the Super
football
Bowl.
games.
Our goal
No,
is to
our
win a Super
goal right
Bowl.
now is to lose out.
I'm talking about our goal of winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Our goal is to raise. Our goal is to raise ticket prices.
Well, that goal's been met. Now it's the goal first. You're talking about the collective our goal, Color, and we could talk about that in their calculus, and we could say that
I'm
that is
talking
the
about
goal.
Ross's stated goal.
All right, bet. All right. Well, again, and we'll go down this runway, but I get that, and I get okay, fine. Players are quitting. Good. I know the quitters now. So next year, 2025, I don't have those quitters on my team. I understand that you're putting down as well, but
my problem with the West Coast, Cap, really is that there's not enough people in the world that get it, and that's why it not only does it take a while to build and get right, but it could never get right. And you can waste a lot of time trying to get it right. But that don't mean it can't get right. And if you look at the way other West Coast teams, those successful ones, the Chiefs,
they don't
the 49ers,
start getting
whoever,
right till about
we're
about
right where we should be at.
All right.
Finding out who wants to actually do it.
Yeah, because it's hard. It's taxing. It's taxing mentally. There's a lot of book work involved, and then again, you have to have the skill set that does it as well, and you demand really obtuse skill sets from positions, like in particular
If Ross
things.
understands that, then McDaniel ain't going nowhere.
I got that, and maybe you're correct on that, but I have also seen things get dark. And what I mean by that is that players laying down and quitting, we'll say, right? That narrative is just a speculation out of the Miami Herald away. And I'm just putting it out here now first at, almost 2 hours into the drive time, close to 8:30 p.m. on a Friday, that you're not wrong with your take, Color. But if the Dolphins drop 0-3, and we're looking at it, hey, we got a good draft position. If the fan base in the Heat turns up on Greer, beware for how the team quit on him and how that narrative can be packaged.
I got you. In this case,
beware.
With what we're seeing, I think so far, that's why I said 55%, because look, there are I don't doubt that there are players in their mind that have quit on McDaniel. What I'm saying is I'm not sure Ross cares. I'm not sure McDaniel cares beyond wanting to know who those are. Because I think there's a combination of some guys quitting and finding reasons to be put on the injury report. And I think some of it is us saying, look, if you guys are going to do that, then I'm not going to risk this guy over here who is part of our future, and that guy may get shelved. You see what I'm saying? And then there's other guys that it's like, fine, we'll let this guy take over because he's our future anyway, a la the video they put out, like Ali alluded to with the keys to the game, showing off Jalen Wright in our aqua uniform. You know what I mean? So all I'm saying is, like, this is, maybe it still has to do with wins and losses. I don't know, Cap. You could be right. Like it could still be a case of
2025.
how many dubs can Mike McDaniel get with the skeleton crew? And if he gets all three, then his job's secure. If he doesn't, then you know what I mean? I don't know. You might still be right about him being gone too. I don't know.
Again, I'm just talking about the heat being turned up by the fan base, right? They're already looking for blood in these streets right now. Now it's quieted
they've
down.
already found their
closer.
target, dude. They've already found their target.
They found their target. It's Chris Greer. They've found it. It's unanimous. They want to go for Chris Greer. Again, Chris Greer might be completely solidified in his job and not worry about it.
Don't they know that?
No.
Yes,
they don't. Apparently, they don't. They don't.
No, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because in the past, and they're right to say this, in the past, people have fired general managers in favor of the coach and got a new general manager, or let the coach choose his own. Where they're wrong is thinking that Mike McDaniel has any more clout in the building than Flores did to do that.
That's right. That's right. And again, listen,
they thinking that there's just going to be Greer.
And now I get it.
The new GM is going to establish his own quarterback, his own coach.
There's a lot of speculation that if it was Greer to go, which would be an internal hire and nothing would change, right? That if everyone is agreed on that take, then don't you think Chris Greer knows that too? And again, if this fan base turns hot and Chris Greer feels like his back is against the wall, do you not think he is savvy enough?
Right. Wait till the real inside info starts leaking out. The trashy stuff.
Yeah, dude. Wait until the rumors that people were killing me over on X about 2 months ago. Wait till that shit ramps back up. If Chris Greer feels like his back against the damn wall, and he knows that they're not gonna fire anybody, but they're gonna lay this loss and all this nonsense at his feet, and they might come for him with his job, and they don't have to worry about it. They're not gonna look for a new GM. They're gonna put Brandon Beal or fucking whoever the hell is in there, McKinsey, and they're just gonna elevate them as pseudo GM. Do you not think Chris Greer knows this game well enough to turn everyone's right on Mike McDaniel? Fuck, you don't think he'll fire Mike McDaniel and Tua? He'll go off the fucking rails on some shit like that. So I'm just saying, right? Like, as much as these 3 games doesn't really mean anything to the season, it's there's the narrowest of shots for the Dolphins to get in the playoffs. And even if they did, is this really a team you want to see get waxed in the fucking play? Nobody wants to see that show. The NFL doesn't want to see that show. And they're not going to let that show take one of the very few spots at the end. So even if we go on a fucking run, watch how the refs will screw us out of this one. Because nobody's tuning in.
Wait a minute,
the Dolphins game.
You just hit on something. You might not realize you did.
Color,
is the NFL prohibiting us from playing in the playoffs because the intensity and the speed goes up, and the likelihood of a really bad optical showing on a game with a guy laying on the ground convulsing is not what they want to see for the whole world, since the whole world will be watching every one of these games?
I mean, yes, we could speculate to that, but I think listen, I think in some way Tua's done the NFL small favors, right? Because Tua, with his shocking hits and stuff like that, has effectively him and other players, because it's crazy how much fucking fencing we're seeing these days.
Right. Well, let me just state also that
well,
I
hold
don't
on, hold on,
believe
hold on.
that.
Just let me
Real quick.
just
No,
let me
real
land the
quick.
plane, color. I'm
Okay,
gonna
but
lose
I
it.
wanted to say that I don't believe what I just asked. I was just asking the question for
I get
the record.
that. I didn't think you did. I think you were given another side to the coin, playing devil's advocate. I would say effectively, Tua's done them small favors with this stuff, because I feel ultimately it's been desensitized to the public that are watching. Now it's becoming more of a thing that, oh man, damn, he's concussed, he's gonna be out, dirty hit, whatever, blah 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 blah. I think it's just, not gonna be. I don't want to say it's routine, but it's not going to be something that's going to end up on CNN.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I
It's not
think
going to be on Fox
Talking
News.
Thrones has a good point to follow you up, is that the NFL probably would have forced him to retire if they were going to go that far.
Yeah, they probably would have.
Fair
Absolutely.
enough. Again, I ask questions around here that I may not believe in. I'm just asking them just so people know. That's the part people. I think that's the part where I run afoul, Cap, is that people don't
Color.
understand. I'm just asking a question that a lot of
playing
people would
devil's
ask.
advocate means you have to sell out to the character. So when they refute it, you got to just argue with them on a point you don't give a fuck
I want to
about.
thoroughly
and that's
run
good.
through the logic. So if the logic is defeated, we know that position is wrong. You know what I mean?
There's where you went wrong. When it's a reach of devil advocacy that you're playing, it's obvious it's more likely to be illogical to argue anyhow. Hold on. So the chat's gonna go ahead and get you with the logical reason
but in
for
that
you to not
particular
feel
case-
that way. My point is, color, is that doesn't matter. You should still delusionally argue the point, because that's how people argue stupid shit all day anyhow,
But that's
and
the
lean
thing.
completely into it.
But that's the thing. In that particular case, I wasn't actually playing devil's advocate. In that case, I was playing journalist and just asking a question that I know 40% of the fan base would have. In the case where I am playing devil's advocate, or if I do believe in a position that I'm asking about, then I will argue with you. In this case, I didn't argue with you. I got your answer and said, fair enough. You know what I mean? Because
Fuck that, I
when
don't
I'm
argue.
playing
the
devil's
script has
advocate, I
already
would
been
have come
written.
back with a logical argument. You know what I mean?
I'll fucking argue anything at any
Cap,
time, and I
the
don't even
script
give a
has
shit.
already been written. Cap.
It's never
The script
been
has already
written. The script has never been written.
We
Crypto.
will be on our backs by halftime, and Mike
Look,
McDaniel will
I'm
walk
not-
out.
We're
The
gonna be
devil will take over in the second half.
we're gonna be on 10 toes, Crypto, running down the field. See how
Stephen
I don't believe
Ross,
any of
I'm
this
not,
color,
I'm
but I'm
not,
leaning
I'm not,
into
look,
it.
look, I'm not a
The script is
journalist. I
written.
just play one on YouTube. And the thing of it is that me playing journalist as a total layperson amateur is still better journalism than you're getting from a guy from the Palm Beach Post that posts about our 12-0 record against the dregs of our division. So I'm sorry if you don't like me asking those questions, but I have to ask them because the journalists are not asking them.
Well, it certainly feels like the journalists, it's crazy, right? We've seen the journalists be kind of critical back in a certain time, and even early on. Once Tua got paid, it seems like they're like, look, they know that, hey, you can't be critical of the paid quarterback, not because someone told them not to, but because he's going to be here for a while, and they don't want to be held to those types of takes. You know what I'm saying? So it gets this real vanilla type of journalism.
Right. What if he does ball out? Exactly.
Yeah. If in 2 years I'm the guy that's now doesn't like Tua, people don't want to read my articles now, and I get that. To me, that's part of the journalism business, and fucking that sucks. That sucks.
Well, we've been
Well,
handed
whatever
out
happened to
lines in this
journalists
movie,
being like lawyers? Everybody hates them because they got a
Cap.
job that has to be done, but everybody hates the job. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Crypto.
No, I was telling Cap that our lines to this play in this movie has been handed out already. So everybody will show up at the director's cut to make sure that they fulfill their role.
I'll be there, but I ain't gonna. I'm gonna be watching. Listen, we're gonna be all right, Crypto. The deal is this, right? Dolphins Dolphins lose against the Niners Nobody's going to be so surprised. But they dropped to the Jets and dropped to the Browns, or one of those two, along with the cold weather and the narratives and how, I mean, to me, really, the Browns would be worse to lose to, right? They lose to the Browns on the road. It'd be like, it's in the Colts against the Browns. They're on who knows what quarterback, right? Is Jameis still even playing? I don't even fucking know. Didn't Jameis get hurt? I don't know.
Some guy they keep calling DTR or something. I have no
don't know
idea
who that
it is, man.
Yeah,
Again,
he was
I'm
one of
just
the
saying.
4 quarterbacks they played last year to help them win.
Again, that guy comes and beats this Dolphins team in a game that the offense can't get going at all because it's cold and the Liam Eichenberg ruined the game. Fucking idiots. And God, dude, you know, when you blame one single offensive lineman, it just tells me how little you know about football. I fucking hate it. I'm not saying you can't be critical of the O-line and what they do and lose. But dude, if you think this season's being lost by fucking Liam Eichenberg and Robert Hunt or injuries, you're a fucking idiot. I don't know what to tell you, dude. You're anyhow, that
they're
type
running
of
with it now.
It's
Liam's
crypto.
fault.
And they're gassing that shit, dog. They gassing it. The Dolphins gassing that. Because you know what? As long as the O-line is the focus of the issue, Chris Greer will throw these fucking peasants a couple of O-linemen, and they'll be like, left Chris Greer again. And now everybody's fucking running up and holding hands to 2025 like the idiots they are. That's the fucking reality of it, bro. That's the reality. And I'm not saying, hey, I won't be there with the idiots too, but I ain't holding you fuckers' hands, motherfuckers. Cap on one today. Feeling it, boys. Feeling it.
I don't think Tua gets any blame for the remainder of the season. Even if he throws 20 interceptions.
Tua's already dealing with a hip thing right now, crypto. From that
Oh,
last
that's
game.
gonna be the excuse? Tua's hip
Oh yeah.
problem.
Promise you that. Wait till the
Are you-
announcers say it on TV.
So were you saying that we're drafting Jake Long again this draft, Cap?
Fucking right, buddy. We're drafting the best offensive lineman available. Whether that's a guard,
So we're gonna
a center,
blow a first-round pick on a lineman.
we're gonna play at
Do
guard.
people realize that Dan Marino went to a Super Bowl before we drafted Richmond Webb and Keith Sims? Do they realize that?
Right.
No,
Before he
Color,
got
they
that
don't.
so-called Hall of Fame offensive lineman.
I don't think they realize anything, Color. I don't think they, again, and you don't need to know all the nuances of what is has worked for whom and where and what fucking era with what thing, because everything is not carbon copied in that way in the NFL. And here's the reality. I've watched this team build several different ways and tool in several different ways that promised me success with this quarterback. And right now, you're now repivoting on something that you've told me forever isn't the problem. Dolphins have said the O-line is not the problem. Now, whether we agree with that or not, that's their consensus. Okay? It's their consensus. If you want to go ahead and make that excuse for the Dolphins, they're going to be happy to oblige. They're going to be happy to oblige because you're just fucking, you're bending over all by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Why would they stop you? So if you want to go ahead and do that, sure. But I'm sorry. There is a treasure trove of weaponry on this offense at every level of ball, of someone who's getting targets. And even by their words, a top 5 quarterback, top 5 paid and top 10 all day, better than Justin Herbert, better than Joe Burrow, better than you in Goff. That's what they say. They say it. They say it on the fucking flagship radio. They say it on the beat. Right? They are fine with saying that Goff is less than Tua. And I say, well, I see what Goff, but
They
then
said to
Goff's
make
got
them
the
feel
O-line.
good, Color. I mean, Cap. They only
again,
say it for a feel-good
so
moment.
when I hear
They want
these
to get
things,
a warm willy. That's what they want. A warm
well,
willy.
first of all, Warm Willie, pause. Um, uh,
That's what they want.
I say when I hear this, I go, fine. Then what's the problem? Consensus is O-line's not the problem. Consensus is the number one player in the NFL is on our team as a wide receiver. Consensus is pay Waddle, which I'm still about that. Devon Achane, fucking, we're drafting now another running back. We ain't never drafted running backs. Now we got back-to-back years on running backs. That's a whole new look. And why? You think Chris Greer just all of a sudden goes, I like running backs. That motherfucker never wants to draft a running back.
It's exactly what the Niners did. Where do you think Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson Jr. and Elijah Mitchell and all
they got Raheem
the only
Mostert from us, but like
right, but when they got Christian
Elijah
McCaffrey
Mitchell and fucking
but when they got CMC in free agency, everybody thought because it was such a big move that's how they got all their running backs.
No, they had them before he
They
got there.
drafted every one of them.
Yeah, and they'll pick up
right in
waiver
line,
wire
like
guys.
two each draft. You know what I mean?
All in the 4th, 5th, and 6th round, they'll grab running backs and stuff.
That's why they were all coming in right after each other and still performing. Like when Raheem Mostert went down, Jeff Wilson came in and balled out. Jeff Wilson went down. Elijah Mitchell came in and balled out. You know what I mean? Because they're all good running back. Like they're all high drafts. You know what I mean?
So again, when you give me all the reasons why we have a 2024 roster looking the way it looks and paying the quarterback and the weapons, Waddle, Reek, Tua, you pay these guys. Even though things didn't go our way in 2023, you choose to pay the weapons. You didn't choose to pay the linemen. You didn't keep Robert Hunt here. You didn't go get someone to replace Robert Hunt. You chose to pay the weapons. That was the choice. Now, you could sit here and say, well, that was the wrong choice and we need O-line now. But why did they make that choice in the beginning anyhow? Why? If it's so plain and
that's
obvious.
That's why they want to blame Greer, because they wanted the weapons paid with Greer drafting and picking up cheap, perfect O linemen.
Yes.
They want the impossible.
And so,
or the highly improbable.
The highly improbable. Yeah, you can be luck on luck. Again, Color, like you said earlier, football gods, favored with them to have that type of scenario happen. Now that we're going to be winding this season down and people are already looking at 2025 and the O-line is the problem, they're going to be fine with giving you what you want at the O-line, because they were fine giving what you want when paying the quarterback and paying the wide receivers. And I was telling you then, that's the wrong move. Let's wait on the 5th year. Let's wait on everything and hold them all accountable that they came up short that year. And again, fine, whatever. My point is that they pay these guys, and it costs the likes of Tyreek Hill to make this happen. They go full tilt O-line. Then what? Then it'll be like, now we got to replenish the treasure trove. We need more weapons. Don't you understand that when you take these narratives so hard and the O-line is at fault 100%, you are just allowing this perpetuation of failure to continue, because you're not holding into account fuck, it's y'all's fault, right? You want Tua paid, show me the money. Everybody dude, when he says show me the money, how loud that I've watched tons of these practices. It's a decent sized bleachers, but it's not like a stadium, right? It's not. But there's quite a bit of people there, Color. What would you say? Fucking 2,000 maybe max? Not even. And on a full, if it was full at the practice facility, if it was full.
On the especially on the main public day, like the one day that they promote, the fan day or whatever. Yeah. I would say
2,000 is full.
Kids I mean, the second Tua unleash it rips a ball, you hear when it's caught, like it's like being at a game. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, I've done it. Now, when he says, "Show me the money," that crowd roared so loud. And good, they love him. He's a lovable guy. And they love that what he's done to make this team relevant again. And
Well, Cap,
in
I
more
want
ways than one, we should all be grateful for
I
that.
want to add something to that note real quick about the crowd cheering and all that. I saw a tweet on Twitter yesterday from on X, formerly known as Twitter, from somebody that's like, audience member over here, follower of everybody. You know what I mean? We're not talking about just some casual or some rando, right? And the person said something that really hit me. They were like, the moment I showed up at camp and everybody cheered when Tua did that, he said it like this. He said, when I was at camp sitting with a full bleachers of people that I assumed were local, at least fairly local, like real Dolphin fans, not Twitter fans and not social media Dolphin fans. And he heard them cheer for Tua saying, "Show me the money." He knew we were doomed.
Yeah, dude. It's like
Yeah. It's a bad omen. I call that bad omen.
Because he thought it was just a social media phenomena, this unbridled support for the money and all that. You know what I mean? And when he realized that it was like real showing up to camp local fans cheering that stuff, that's when he knew we were screwed.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, that's what
it's
it's called
and it was
keeping
just
up
kind
with
of
the
disheartening to
Joneses.
see a fan say
Tua-
something like that on Twitter. Somebody that is really respected, by everybody. You know what I mean? I can't remember who it is off the top of my head. But I know it was somebody that is not just a rando.
KP in chat.
Tua non
What's
did
up,
it.
KP?
They let management lead us down the road of keeping up with the Joneses. I said it then, I'll say it again. His
So, Cap-
sycophants led
Oh,
management to making us keep up with the Joneses, trying to freaking follow his peers when he didn't have to. That's the spirit of that is what doomed us.
Oh, he added, show me. He's yelling, "Show me the money," without having earned anything. That's the part he added, and everybody was cheering that. But so Cap, real quick, I'm not the site's capologist, right? So I sometimes I look at this over the cap stuff, and I try to look at it logically and figure out what I'm looking at. You know what I mean? So I'm to assume that I assume correctly that when there's a red number in parentheses, that means that's a negative, right?
Yeah, most part.
I don't know.
It is.
I'd have to look at it.
So, for instance, if we were to cut a player before June 1st, our dead money would be $93 million, and our cap savings would be parentheses $83 million. That means we'll be negative. We'll lose $83 million.
I don't know, Color. You're gonna have to show it to me, bruh.
Oh, I can do that. I don't know how much I can zoom it in being a website, but I can certainly try.
I mean, I can zoom in on my screen too.
All right, let me blow it up here. How's that?
That's fine.
Okay. So right here it says dead money and cap savings cut pre-June 1st, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's bad, right? That all that being has a red background and all that. That's all bad, right?
That's your dead cap. Yes.
Right. So now cut post June 1st doesn't really change all that much, about $40 million or so, but it's still bad. This is all bad, right?
So, well, if you look at the guaranteed salary, the 50 million, you'll notice that red 50 million is over there in 2025. You see that? Go back to the pre-June.
Okay. Right.
So there's 50 million in guarantees, for
So you'd be
2025.
bumping up the
But
guarantees a couple
look,
years a year.
yeah, but look at the base salary, signing bonus, all that stuff. So yeah.
Okay. So what about this? Still pretty
Trade.
terrible, right? Trade
Well,
pre-June 1st.
So you see that money's already been paid up front, so it was guaranteed at signing. That's why that money never went down right there.
Right,
That
right.
50 million is already guaranteed. You will never recoup that. And if you wait
Well,
till
now it says
post June,
32 million is what I'm saying. Trade pre-June 1st. Oh, this
yes,
guarantee, this 50 million.
yes, you're still on the hook for that. That's where that 50 something million's coming
Right,
from.
but that's what causes your only saving 5 million here or losing 32 here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's reflected in this, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Right. Because here it's 0. So you get all the 31 million, you know what I mean, in savings.
Mhm.
Right. So now this is why I was asking, because I happened to be looking through this the other day, and I went to trade post June 1st. Well, first of all, restructure. Obviously, we can make it great for ourselves, right? I mean, if somebody's willing to restructure, right? So I go to trade post June 1st. Now tell me what all this means. Looks to me
I
like
guess-
we would have $8.5 million in dead cap, and we would be saving $1.1 million this year in 2024.
Yeah, because the post June money per his contract is guaranteed. And so he's making that money in 2025 no matter what. And you're trading him with that contract. So that
Right.
team is gathering that 50 million.
So is this going to change once the league year changes over?
I
this is going to become in this slot with different numbers?
I think so. If yes, it will. It'll move to the 20. Well, after the start of the league year, the post June. So if the
Right.
Dolphins say pre-draft trade this said player, right? They're on the hook for that dead cap money of 53 million or whatever the hell it was.
So trading,
for 2025.
Let's say I'm going to
That's
set
cut.
it to cut.
That's cut.
I know it is. But trading post June 1st, you would be trying to recover these two numbers here.
Yeah. No, because you're really
or some of
you're
this
still
is
in the-
already recovered because the year is over.
You're
and it's
not even
paid.
looking
Some of
at the
it's paid.
2025 anymore because you're
Right.
the league year hasn't
You'd
started.
be trying to recover this.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
And
the fact is, we would now this might be a little lower than it is just because the year hasn't changed over yet, and the number of figures haven't all been adjusted.
let's say this scenario happens, right? Said quarterback, because I'm pretty certain this is Tua. Say he.
How did you guess?
Well, because the money just told me. Go down. Say it's post June, the league year has started, and I don't know, friggin' Aaron Rodgers goes down with injury, right? Or retires, and they say goodbye to that. You could then trade Tua to the Jets, and they would be on the hook for all that money. That's what that's saying.
Okay. And whatever
'Cause
they
no matter-
don't want to be on the hook for would be our negative.
See,
here.
here's the thing on the trade, right? Is that you're on the hook for the money. Now there's the March contingency, which is well before the trade, where the Dolphins still would be on the hook for I think the full 53, but that's all they're on the hook for. So if you go back to the what was it?
That's the full numbers if you were to just cut them outright pre-June 1st.
Yes. You notice the 50 something million. Why doesn't it say? I don't know. See, this is the problem with these.
I'm
things.
not
They
sure. See, that's what I'm saying. I think doesn't
scroll
it
down.
change
Scroll
all this?
down. Scroll down. Yeah. See, look right there. You can read. Let's see. Okay. The signing bonus of 42 million and Tua's 2025 base salary. So again, let's see. He's already been paid.
Right.
And received 93
so that's why
million.
most of it would be dead cat.
He's already been paid and received 93 million. 42 of it at signing bonus, and the remaining of it is pretty much in guarantees. But there is an out where that's all they're on the hook for, totaling to $93 million if they were to cut him pre-March. Now, cutting him pre-March just lets him be a free agent. There's no more you can gain from that. If you were to trade him pre-June, that's not when someone would take him unless they wanted to and believed in him and wanted his contract. Now,
Right.
go back up. Do the trade one. So trade pre-June. Look, see the Dolphins, they do recoup some of that money, probably totaling out, see 42, 32, 70, 4,
Right, 32.5 million roughly.
Yeah.
This is 33 on the dead cap, but
so it looks like that 42 million of that they've already paid him for 2024, that signing bonus amount, right? That guaranteed up front is the dead cap money.
And since
on
we've
that
already
trade,
paid him, and since
and
we've
you'll
already paid
still
him, like
owe
you
him.
said, if we trade him, then we're negative 32 because we've already paid him that money you're talking about. We're already
That's right.
out that.
Yes, and you'll have to take on whatever the
Right.
remainder is. 'Cause that's written separately. Go down. They might have it written out what it is. No, I mean scroll up. The other way. My fault. Scroll down. All right, so let's see what it says. To his 2026 salary will be guaranteed in 2025 on the third day. So his salary guarantee. So that's probably what's written in there where the negative amounts are fluctuating too. I'd have to scroll down more. Sometimes they give it a little bit written out.
Oh, sorry, wrong one.
Keep going.
That's it.
No. What's it called? SpoTrack does a little bit more in
So it
depth
doesn't
writing
say
that
this.
out.
It doesn't say his 2025 is due on the third day. It says those are fully guaranteed. Then his 2026 salary will be guaranteed in 2025. On the third day of 2026 league year, $3 million of his 2027 salary is guaranteed. So I guess this means on the third day of 2025, his 2026 will be guaranteed. Huh.
That's why I like SportsTrack better.
Yeah, I was just wondering because, like, when it went to trade post-June first, like, I don't know, all these numbers are low and these numbers are, like, in the positive. So, like, why is that a bad thing? You know what I mean?
So here's what SpoTrack says: 93 million guaranteed at signing. This includes the signing bonus, which we know to be 42 million, and the 2024 salary plus the 2025 salary plus the 2025 option bonus. 2025 option bonus of 25 million guaranteed. So that 93 million also includes this guarantee that doesn't go into effect until between March 12th and March 24th or 14th. So it's an exercise between then. Meaning like if they haven't traded them by then. So let's see. That's where 25 million of that's coming from. Let's see. Again, let's see. Look at the incentives.
Well, the reason I brought it all up is because, you know, I thought we kind of did a couple shows where you kind of thoroughly went through the contract when it was signed and all that. And we had all kinds of, you know, pump the brakes. It wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? And now everybody seems to think that we're just as stuck as we thought we would be and that there's no way to get out and this and that and the other. So that's why I was like, I had to go have a look and just see what I was looking at. And I don't really know this stuff enough to know.
Actually, Color, you're talking to somebody who feels that way. I'm honest. I'm sorry. I feel like we stuck. And what you just showed me kind of, well, I shouldn't say confirms it because, like I said, I got
doesn't really jive with what you've been hearing lately, right? Is that what you're thinking? Like,
I've been hearing a little bit of everything because I've been going around from platform to platform, just listen to what people are thinking and what they're saying. And I'm hearing a little bit of everything, but it all kind of points back to me that we're kind of stuck. And what you just pulled up, does it sort of give a little glimmer of a way out?
well, again, I thought I just harkened back to the shows we had on it back then, and I seem to remember ending those shows feeling better about it than I did originally because Cap it all explained everything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and now it's again they always do that. They give it a real. They always shorten it and then they put all the stuff behind a paywall, so it's not really there in an explanatory thing. And I don't have it anymore. Let me see if I can find it. I'm tracking it down.
But Cap, do you think there's some kind of way out?
What's that, buddy?
Do you think there's some kind of way out?
Well, I know again, it's been very reported upon of this March cut and what they can recoup and what they'll only be on the hook for. But from what I remember it being was that they would eat like 53 million and they would be on the hook in 2025, but that's it. And I want to say that 53 million was broken up from 2025 and 2026. So like there was like 30 something million in 2025, and then they'd have to eat a certain amount of 2026, which would then go to the total guaranteed amount at signing. That's pretty much what it was. So right now, 2024, the Dolphins have 93 million that they can't get off of. And then let me see.
Grief.
And that money's spread down all the way to 2026. They're on the hook for that no matter what they do. And how that can be spread out after if they like something at March, they can get like 25 million back. But if he's still on the team in March, that 25 million automatically goes in to the scaled price of 93 million. So it's not going to be any more on the books. They could get it down to, well, hold up. I'll tell you right now. Damn it. They could get it down to just under 70 million. And that 70 million has already been paid. I forget what it was. I think it was like 39 million up front, but he got 43 at signing. So they would just owe him the remaining amount of 30 something million. And but they would still have to pay that 39 million that they're left on the hook for. They still have to pay the remaining amount. Well, they know they won't now because that 25 million would be deducted out of the 93. So they would probably, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing it looks like they don't owe him nothing for 2026. They would just owe him the 40 million or whatever it was for 2025, and they could say goodbye and get out of that part. Basically, getting him at around 70 million for 2024 and carrying him on 2025, and that would be a cut. That's how that would work. Go pull that back up, Color, with the cut.
All right, hold on, give me a sec.
So we got to deal with him for 20. Well, we're gonna have to deal with him for 25 anyway. So,
well, we
could the front office.
They can get out as early as March of this
Yo,
year.
take a little trip with me. Says trade him for a 7th rounder to a cold weather team.
Brutal.
A cold weather team is brutal, bro.
Isn't that where all our guys have been going? Cleveland.
So look, it looks like it's 83 million right there, Color, for the pre-June, but the contingency written for the 25 million kind of lines up to where, again, they don't owe him nothing for 2026 because that's not written in here. That
Well, that's
out
what
of
it says too.
2025.
See, look here.
Yeah, they'd owe him nothing. And again, what they spread from 2024 to 2025 on the books would be the remainder of that 50 million that they put on the books in 2025.
Right. So now,
So
how would this change everything?
Well, again, they're still on the dead cap of that 50 million, that guaranteed
Well, of
amount.
course.
But that's a trade post, and somebody else would say, "I'm going to take that 50 million."
Right, because
They would have to.
because
They would have to be able to. Well, I guess not, because they could say, "Yeah, we might owe him 50 million for 2025," but the first thing
Like
they're going to do
Kirk
is
Cousins.
rework his contract. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
They're going to
right.
rework the contract. So, yes, we should trade him
Maybe like
post June, and the Dolphins will get $50 million put back on their 2025 cap in June, on the first, or anytime after the 1st of June.
So we should expect to see maybe a holdout in minicamp.
The more likelihood color is that the more likelihood is that a team would, if they did want to, and the Dolphins were willing to trade, they would do the pre-June trade, because then the Dolphins are on the hook for that 50 million, and you're paying Tua $50 million to be on another football team that year. In which case they
it'll be
don't pay
Russell
him.
Wilson situation all over again.
That's right. And in which case they pay him $500,000 and rework the contract for the next couple of years, and they can spread it out and watch how then with a team they could put around him that first and second year by spreading out the money, and the Miami Dolphins carrying the weight and them able to kick the can 2 years down the road. That's how the Steelers are doing it right now.
Right.
That's how the Steelers are doing it right now. And then if that's the case, again, that's the formula for a quarterback like Tua to win, where he's going to get the money he wants, but the team he's playing for isn't on the hook for the salary cap hell he's putting him in which case they could put a team around him that can overcome his shortcomings.
Right, so
Boom.
he can prove the Miami Dolphins haters wrong.
That's exactly fucking right, Color. That's exactly fucking right.
I hope
all
it's
the
Seattle.
while I'll be like, yeah, he did it while someone else had
No,
to
it's
pay
gonna
for it
be-
to get done, because that's the only fucking way it could ever get done, because you can't afford to pay his ass
It's
that.
gonna be
and
wherever
put the time
Brian
in.
Flores gets hired. That's where he's going.
That would be so poetically fucking amazing, Color or Crypto. I would probably stop covering this team. I'd still watch the Dolphins religiously,
Right,
but
and
we
when
would
they
probably
when they first
completely
meet up for
only
the first
cover-
time, they like give each other daps and like, yo, good to
They
be
start-
back with the gang, like as if it was all a big fucking bunch of
They
bullshit
all
to
but
get the
tongue
both out of
kiss.
there, you know what I mean?
They all but tongue kiss fucking in the reunion,
was
and
them together the whole time, you know what I mean?
Meanwhile, the
Yeah.
Dolphins are paying the lawsuit from Brian Flores and Tua to go win a Super
Right.
Bowl somewhere else.
Turns out-
I probably will leave this football
Right.
team as a
No,
fan then,
turns
because
out-
I'm like,
turns
this is
out-
it. This is it,
Turns
boys. We got
out
nothing.
Tua was upset with them for firing Flores, you know what I mean? And like all that,
No color. Turns out Flores and Tua played the long game
Right.
they're like they Ocean's 11 fucking Stephen Ross and the Miami Dolphins fans out of every
exactly.
penny we got for fucking a decade and a half. And
Exactly.
they're gonna go win a Super Bowl
Tua
somewhere.
saw what they did to him.
Yeah.
He's like, they made you tank for me, bro. And oh, really? And now they're gonna fire you? Oh, bro, really?
Same,
They got
dog.
together, man. They concocted this Ocean's
I'm
11
telling
plan.
you, they fucking that's fucking Brad Pitt and George Clooney Ocean's
Definitely.
11ing us if that shit happens, bro. Fuck.
sure.
So here's what's nuts, right? We know the built-in excuses. The likelihood of anyone getting fired is slim, really, for being
Exactly.
it's very slim, unless again things completely go off the rails, in
I'm
which
gonna say
case
it. We're participating in Black Monday. We're gonna be participants.
in which
You
case
think
something
so,
could
huh?
happen.
Well, I mean,
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I
Crypto's
don't think so.
saying it, Cap.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
Crypto. I'm not saying you're not wrong, but firing Danny Crossman and/or Frank Smith
Danny
is
Crossman.
not going to make you right.
I mean, the
You feel me?
blockchain is spoken, bro.
It's not gonna
The
make you
blockchain
right.
thinks that it's going to be Black Monday for the Dolphins, bro. So
Listen, I'm not saying it won't, but it's not going to be McDaniel. It's not going to be Tua, and it's not going to be Greer.
he put the punch card in the
Yeah.
machine and it spit out an answer, Cap. You know what I mean? The blockchain is spoken.
Listen,
bro.
Keller, what happens
All
if
three is
Tua
gone,
in this
man.
offense lights the world on fire? Listen, we got no weapons at the wide receiver position potentially this week. If Tua comes up
What do
and
you mean
lights
no
it up, I'm like,
weapons? You ain't never heard of River Craycraft?
yeah, exactly. Anyhow,
All right, Alex.
look,
All right,
look,
Alex.
you know what? You know what Mike McDaniel's doing right now? Ooh, here's what we got.
See,
You know what
I
Mike
got to give
McDaniel's
you the
doing?
same
Hold
energy
on.
I gave Alex, bro. Ridiculing me for that. It's River
You know what?
Craycraft, bro.
You know what the Dolphins are doing now?
We got Durham Smythe, so I guess
Wait,
that's a
you know what they're doing now? They are giving Tua the offense that the fans want to see, minus the O-line. They're going to take away Tua's weapons and see what he can do on his own. And potentially that could hang Tua out to dry come the
No,
end of
they're
this.
trying to hang Tyreek out to dry.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, they're trying, but good luck.
Then they'll feed in. Then they'll feed into the Tyreek was the problem the whole time.
So just so everybody knows,
Yeah.
the Dolphins have only won,
they're trying
I
to
think,
hang out Tyreek.
3 games, maybe 4 games. I would say 3 games. Dolphins have only won 3 games since Tyreek Hill walked in the building where they've only won 3 games where he didn't go for like 100 yards and a touchdown. I'm not even joking. Like, look up the stat. When Tyreek goes for 100 and a touchdown, the Dolphins win. Or 100 yards. We don't even have to say a touchdown. When Tyreek goes for 100 yards, plus yards, the Dolphins won all those games but 3. No,
So he was
they
under
won.
100.
They won all those games but
No, he was-
1. They lost
he
1
was
game
over.
or 2 games since he's been here. But I want to say they've only won, dude, 4 fucking games without him doing that.
Without him
3
hitting
or
the
4
200
games
mark?
without him doing that. Like, what were they talking about? I'll have to do
Or
the
his
stats.
missed
Color.
games or just him playing?
Well, if you take him away from the Jacksonville
Well,
game this year, we lose.
Yeah. So you expect Durham Smythe to get all those yards out of the catch?
Or one catch for 80 yards for a touchdown, Crypto. You know, that take Tyreek out of Jacksonville and we lose that game.
Right. Yeah. Or if he goes to jail that morning.
Oh, easy, Crypto, easy. Easy. I wish I could talk to fucking Tyreek and just let him know. I'm sure Tyreek knows. I know he's savvy. Tyreek only plays the fool. That guy is fucking smart. And what he doesn't know, he hires good people to be around him. So I'm sure he
Reminds
is
me of somebody.
completely. Yeah, I know, right? What really like when I think he's got to know that the fans are talking about. They want to trade him for Tua and all the fucking caping he did for Tua, all the fucking he's my guy, he's better than Pat, all the shit he did. He's got to be feeling some kind of way because he doesn't want to leave Miami. I don't blame him either. Like, why
I got
would
it,
you?
but you know what? That extra contract we gave him, that extra money we gave him, might have just bought us 2 years longer of Tua propaganda.
Well, here's the thing, right?
Because if they scapegoat him, bro, that's another 2 years with Tua right there, bro.
You know what's on point now, Dolphins fans, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give it to you straight. And somebody times it, Cap.
Tyreek will chirp.
I see Cap in chat, Jermaine, CCR. Guys, timestamp what I'm about to tell you. Because the next step that we're probably going to see, no one gets fired, and now they shake everybody down. They start everybody they re-signed, Ramsey, Waddle, Hill, fucking everybody. They start shaking everybody down to restructure so they can get Cap, and they're going to put dead money on the end of these contracts. And that process, we've seen them do this in the past, and we know that it's then now being put up with fucking cardboard and super glue. You know what I'm saying? Because then they're just trying to. Could it work? Maybe. The only way it's ultimately going to work is if they hit in the draft, and I would say Chris Greer's pretty decent in the draft, more so than we had last time we tried this. So maybe it could work. but it also not only could screw the now, but the future. That's where you are assigning dead cap that these players, you need them at this point. You can't let them go because your team is done. So rather than let them go, you gotta keep them here for a year or two. But you need money. You know this ain't gonna work if they stay here. But you know it ain't gonna work if they leave. So Tyreek Hill, Waddle, Ramsey, these guys got them by the fucking cojones, and they can really make things bad. And if they take that direction, it is the beginning of the end of when we will see everybody fucking fired. And I mean everybody. And it won't be anybody's fault other than us getting underneath the cap and everyone suffering it. Meaning from the GM, the coach who convinced the GM, the quarterback who couldn't get it done without the coach to convince the GM to give them everything that they need and pay everybody. And we've seen literally this shit. It's what happened to us with Tannehill. It wasn't even that long ago. We've seen this exact scenario play out.
Get him more weapons.
Guys get
Just
signed.
get him
Next year, they shake them down. They manipulate the contract. And then we're looking at a guy like Teron Armstead 2 years down the line ain't on the team, and we're paying him $8 million fucking dollars. That's how it fucking works. And this team is not the team to do that with. It's the team to figure other ways out. But if your other way out is without Tyreek Hill and you're going to keep Tua, it's not going to work. I mean, maybe it will, but I would say from what I could see, it didn't work for him. It working now. I get that it ain't working right this minute, but the only time it did work is when it was working with him doing his thing. So I can only take the data I know. And if you think that Tua's going to be a better quarterback
They're gonna
without
tell you it's
Tyreek,
bad data. They're gonna tell you it's bad data.
it's not. It's the real fucking data. It's not their
bad
cherry pick
data,
data.
Cap.
You know why I know the data is right, Lou? Or Lou's? Oh, look who's here, Crypto. You know why I know the data is correct? Because it's all the data I'm putting together. I'm not cherry picking, projecting. I'm taking all the data and making informed guesses with that data. That's all I'm doing. What up, Lou?
I'm just telling you what they're gonna say.
What's up, Lou?
Fellas, boys, what's good?
Just talking the demise of the fucking Dolphins, dog.
Glad you're here, Lou.
Of the franchise,
right before I address this idiot in the chat, Marino's legacy, dude, says more to a hate fest. Color, explain why the Bengals have a losing season despite Burrow having the best year. Bunch of casuals. I'll tell you why. You know why the Dolphins first of all, call me when the Dolphins when Tua gets to 28.5 points per game like Burrow is. Okay. Secondly, the reason why Burrow is having a losing season is because he's not scoring more points than their defense is giving up.
Right.
The problem is, and where your argument fails, Marino's legacy, is that Burrow is scoring more points than our opponents are. That's where your argument fails.
Right.
So it doesn't matter what he's doing in Cincinnati. He is scoring more points than the Dolphins' opponents. So when he stops doing that, I'll tell you that he's anywhere close to as trash as our quarterback, who is scoring 19 points per game.
Damn.
If I may, real quick.
Please.
It dawned on me, Cap and gentlemen, I had an epiphany today. You like that word, Cap? You like that?
Yeah,
word?
that's a good
I
word.
like that.
That's a
Now
clever
had
word,
an
man. I'm gonna write this down. I'm putting this in my electronic notebook.
Write it down, Crypto. You're gonna like where I'm going with this, Crypto, right here.
Epiphany. Okay.
Remember the conversation. I'm gonna take us back to 4 years ago, right? Because we're in year 5 of tour. Let's go back after year 1. We gotta get Tuscaloosa Tua to Miami. We have to get Alabama Tua. Gentlemen, guess what? We got Alabama Tua.
We got him, dog. This is the best Tua I've ever seen.
I heard about the hip.
Lou, this the best Tua ever. This Tuscaloosa Tua 2.0, dog.
It's not. Yeah, y'all don't know where I'm going at. Now let me drive this plane, right? Because we're almost landing. The fact is, we've been had Tuscaloosa Tua. You know what Tua did at Alabama? Beat up on the Mississippi states of the world. Beat up on the Appalachian states of the world at Alabama. You know what Tua didn't do? Beat the LSUs of the world. You know who LSU is in the NFL? The Baltimore Ravens. You know who Tua did not beat in Alabama? Georgia. You know who Georgia is in the NFL? The Buffalo Bills. Yeah. You know who Tua did not
the Atlanta Falcons. He didn't even beat them.
You know who? Now again, what's funny to me is when people say all we need to do here in Miami is fix the offensive line because that's what Tua needs. Well, let me ask you a question. How was the O-line in Alabama?
Perfect.
5-star
Literally,
across the board.
literally what you would say.
Right?
Perfect.
Yep.
What were the weapons like at Alabama on the outside?
Wow. All 4 of them got drafted in the first round, Lewis.
Cool.
Top 15 pick.
How was the running back room in Alabama? How was that?
Studded.
Top notch.
Wasn't it Derrick Henry or
top
is that
20.
later?
No, it was Najee Harris. Top 20 at least.
Now here's the kicker, right? I'm going to give you quarterbacks that played at Alabama with national championships as a starter.
The trash quarterbacks too, right?
A.J. McCarron, remember him?
McCarron, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, he's
Did
the.
Nick Saban win the title with him, Lewis?
A.J. McCarron is the same thing as what's his name? Fitzpatrick. They're like they're the journeyman of journeymen, bro.
Did Nick Saban win the title with him, Lewis?
Yes, Nick Saban.
Yeah, they won a title. Well, that's what he's saying. He's naming off title winners.
I'm naming off title winners, right? A.J. McCarron.
Okay.
Anybody heard of Jalen Hurts? You heard of him?
Yeah, he went to a Super Bowl, bro, but he didn't. He didn't graduate from Alabama though.
No, but before he
played
left,
a lot of years.
I know that now.
Before he left, he won a national championship. Here's one. Mac Jones. You ever heard of him?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
You mean that guy that got? You mean that guy that got to the playoffs in his rookie year? That guy?
You mean the Pro Bowler, rookie Pro Bowler?
Mac Jones as a starter again after Tua, which he broke all of Tua's season records at Alabama. Right?
Killed him.
He won a national championship. Now, I just gave you 3 quarterbacks that, as the starter at Alabama, won a national championship. Now, who's the name that got left off that list?
That would
be the guy that won the Super Bowl, Joe Namath.
That would be Tua Tagovailoa that is left off that list. Tua is the only quarterback that went to Alabama during that historic run that they were having. It was the NCAA had coined the phrase the Alabama Invitational because Alabama was in the championship every year. It's funny to me that Tua is the only starting quarterback that was over there. And again, what Tua needs, remember, gentlemen, what he needs is everything to be perfect around him. At Alabama, coaching, check. Wide receivers, check. Running backs, check. Offensive line, check. Top 10 defense, check. Why didn't he win there?
Ooh, good point.
Yeah.
If everything's perfect, why didn't he win there? Can we please stop trying to feed me the fucking narrative that all we need to do is surround Tua? Because this is crypto. This is for you. This is your test analogy, right? We're not talking about 5 weeks, gentlemen. We're not talking about 5 months. We're talking about 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What a 5-year period.
When is this shit gonna end?
Hey, didn't Bryce Young win one too?
No, I don't believe. I don't think
Georgia
beat
him.
No, he won the Heisman.
Yeah.
My fault. He won the Heisman.
Right.
My fault. He didn't win one either, and he gonna be just like that. And
Georgia.
look how he struggled coming out of there.
Look at Jermaine. Tua won it. The year Tua came in, now again, in the national championship game, at halftime, I'm not making this up. how much do you think Georgia even knew about Tua Tagovailoa? Because Tua hadn't thrown a single pass that entire season.
He didn't throw
Right.
until
He
Jalen Hurts
came in cold turkey.
He came in when
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts got hurt.
Nobody knew about him.
Because other than that, he would have.
So we're giving Tua credit. We're giving Tua credit for coming in at halftime and winning the game. And remember, I think even in that game, before he threw the touchdown, he had 2 interceptions in that game as well, didn't he?
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
Going into halftime.
So, like, come on, bro, stop. He did not win shit at Alabama. He beat up on the bottom feeders. He beat on teams like the Carolina Panthers, like the Jets, like the New England Patriots. Like what we're seeing. That's why, again, gentlemen, I'm going to leave y'all. I'm going to go spend a little time with the family. I did our show. Now I came up here because, again, I fuck with y'all. Y'all know that. The simple fact is we were not lied to, gentlemen. They told us we were going to get Tuscaloosa Tua, and by God, the epiphany happened. We got him. We got Tuscaloosa out Tua. We got him.
Yeah.
You know what we need now, Lou? We need another really good pedigree. A guy who's going to be a little bit older, right?
Yep.
A national championship winner. Won the 2016 national championships. Jake Croker, who was a guy they defeated Clemson 45-40. We just get him from Alabama. We'll dig him up because that's going to go right along with the same plan we're already on. That's who we need in the building. Again,
that's a football name.
Look, yeah, it actually is a football name. Jake Croker. He chokes at the end. The Croker. Lou, I don't think anyone's gonna push back.
What about Larry Croker?
Oh damn!
Oh, that's right. The former Hurricanes. What was that team he went to? He had that championship. It was a Texas team. A Texas school.
2001. No, 2001 Canes.
No, but he went to another school and got a championship. I think he had some kind of championship at a college out of Texas.
Yeah.
Larry Cook, when he left the University of Miami, he went to a school out there in Texas.
Man, Jermaine, you got it bad, dog. Jermaine is arguing with people in the chat, saying the year that Tua came in for the national championship game, Jermaine is correct. Jalen Hurts didn't get hurt in that game. He did get benched. That is correct. But what Jermaine is not arguing in the chat, the following year, when they benched Jalen Hurts to start Tua Tagovailoa in that season, before Tua played Clemson for the national championship game, he also had to get through Georgia in the game before that. And guess what happened? Tua did not get hurt. He was playing so bad by halftime, Nick Saban went back to Jalen Hurts. Tua was benched. And when Tua got benched, Jalen Hurts beat Georgia, and then Tua came back to play.
I remember that, bro.
In the national championship
I remember that because
funny how that works, huh, Cat?
I remember watching
Right.
Alabama that year and thinking, God, it's gotten so bad in college football that now Alabama has 2 quarterbacks, and if one ain't working out, they could throw in the other one, and they're going to have a 2 quarterback system and make it work because they got a team that is plug and play. I remember watching all that. It's listen,
it's kind of funny now they trade midweeks in the NFL too. Like one's mid one week, the other's mid the next week.
Yep. What we need to do is get Jalen Hurts from Philadelphia, and then we'll have Tuscaloosa Tua, and we could finally win a championship. Lou, you just said you had an epiphany. I just had a fucking epiphany, bro.
Yeah, man. Listen, we played co-offensive.
If we're gonna fucking win this shit, we gotta get Jalen on the team.
Hey,
hold on, guys.
Gotta get Jalen.
Hold on, guys. Do the math.
Four quarterbacks.
Do the math. Tua is like 14% of our salary cap, right? Do the math. 212 million plus 170 is 300 and something $million, right?
Okay.
That is now the new highest paid quarterback in the league over Deshaun Watson. has
Jalen
$376 million. The combined salaries of Tua and Hurts, and they make
Jalen
one elite quarterback
is what
together.
we need. We
Whoa.
want Tuscaloosa. We need Jalen Tungavaloa as the duo. And you know what? You know what's dope as fuck? You know what's dope as fuck?
Hey,
We
no,
got the
more
guy
like
in the
Tua
building.
Hurts. More like
Yeah,
Tua Hurts.
I like that too. Tua Hurts. We're gonna put Tua Hurts on you.
No, actually,
you know what I love? Mike McDaniel's the guy that can have two systems for it
Hey,
too.
man, I
We
got a
already
better
got
one.
the foundation.
I got a better one. You get we get DJ Ukulele as a undrafted free agent. We'll have the double ooses.
That too, and let's just go get fucking DK Metcalf.
Mm-hmm.
I say we draft Jalen Milroe, quarterback from Alabama, and we have a threesome. That's what I say.
Whoa.
That's wild, dude. I'm not gonna lie. That is fucking wild.
Hey, I'm all about Tuscaloosa at this point.
So how does Mac Jones fit in a foursome?
Red got you blind, dog. That crimson red got you blind.
So where does Mac Jones fit in a foursome?
I'm sure they've had a couple threesome and foursomes in Tuscaloosa. I'm just
Listen, you know what Mac Jones is doing? Mac Jones is holding the camera. Mac Jones holding the camera.
Mac Jones is holding the camera. That's wrong.
Mac Jones holding
Jack.
the camera.
That's fucking wrong. Sitting there crying, holding the camera.
Mac Jones is the cuck on the couch.
And by the way,
Wow.
by the way, Lewis, those 3-7 foursomes in Alabama were called family reunions.
Hey, well Shake, I'm with you. Let's have a family reunion in Miami, goddammit.
Yep.
Let's
Hey,
get
you know
it
what's
started.
crazy?
Wow.
Milroe gonna fall right to us in the draft too, dog. We should just do it. We should just do it and be like, guess what? Not a problem. Once Tua is struggling without perfect laser 15 yards, Tua can't get it done today. No problem. We're gonna put Milroe in. He got a big arm and he can run around because he's young and it's not gonna cost us a lot of money. Honestly, Mike McDaniel should really make that happen. That's what he should do.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
I'm not mad at it. You know what it is? It's revolutionary. And it would shock the fucking NFL world if they ran that bitch like that. And you know what? Guess what we don't need in that type of scenario? Don't really need to really worry about the O-line. We already got everything else. If we had another, draft some more O-linemen, get some other guys, obviously, but like you get the second quarterback that you can put in as the relief pitcher to when Tua can't get it done at any given. It's just too hard to scheme against as a defense to go, damn, I've been playing underneath like this all day, getting downhill this way and getting upfield that way to then pivot completely in the middle of the game. It's what caught whatchamacallit off guard when Tua came in at halftime and just went on him because it was just it's too hard to go up mid fucking thing. Like that's actually not a bad idea. That's what we should do. Look, Ali's loving it. Ali came running up in this bitch.
Well, one other thing, if you're talking about bringing Jalen Hurts over, I mean, look, it worked for Breeze and Taysom Hill. Why not Tua and Jalen? I mean, same thing.
Well, we don't.
Ali, if you don't come up here with a fucking epiphany, I don't want to hear your mouth. Me and Cap are having.
Yeah, no, we be epiphanizing.
Yeah.
What am I getting dragged in? I was just coming up to see if you guys were still alive.
We're alive, all right. We're so alive. We're on the new level, dog.
We're having epiphanies, Ali.
Yeah, okay. Ali. First off, Lou epiphanized that we do have Tuscaloosa Tua, right? Because we have, everything he had there, and we're getting the results of Tuscaloosa Tua not getting the national championship. So then we walked down this road and went over it, and then I had an epiphanization where I'm like, holy fuck. When they did win one, they had Jalen Hurts as the quarterback too, and he had to do his part to get him there, and Tua had to take him, whatever. We need Jalen Hurts on this team to win a championship. That's the fucking key. We got to go get him.
Ghost is in there saying, "Shut up."
That completely makes sense, to be honest.
Checks out.
If you really look at it, Tua won his national championship off of the coattails of Jalen Hurts because Jalen Hurts endured the whole entire season while Tua came in for a half. That's sorry. Right. Jalen Hurts won that championship more than Tua did.
By the way,
what? You know
By
what?
the way, Lewis, if that idea did extend to Milrow, you know what we could call the locker room, right?
What?
Milrow's place.
I mean, the
I
t-shirts
dig
make
it.
themselves,
I
dog.
dig it.
T-shirts
I
make
dig it.
themselves. T-shirts make themselves, dog. We gotta have Milrose places and have a little picture of Tua in the house in the kitchen, cooking.
I almost want Milrow now just so we can market that, dude.
So
Actually,
look,
I like CCR's
As long
idea.
as we're gonna
I
keep
wanna-
losing, get some good T-shirts up here.
I like CCRR's idea for marketing. I want a T-shirt that says "Coattail Tua." I'll wear it to the game.
well, hold on now, right? Because we've seen what happened. Jalen Hurts got all the way to the Super Bowl, but couldn't do it. I bet you if the fucking Eagles had Tua on that team, they would have won that Super Bowl.
Yo,
I bet you if the Eagles had Tua on that team, they'd have won that damn Super Bowl, bro.
what the fuck is wrong with CCRR's avatar?
That's the hot Tua chick.
What?
That's the hot Tua chick on the face of Tua. He's had that for a minute. You ain't noticed that?
That is brutal.
So look, I think we're really creating the perfect universe here because we know Tua struggles in certain situations, right? Cold games, not really his thing. If he's getting knocked around a little bit and he gets nicked up and he's not as effective. And Saban knew that. That's why he didn't put Tua in till the end of the season, right? He came in fresh, 100%, no scar tissue, playing, I think we can find the duality of these two quarterbacks that.
So you're saying they're gonna bring him in for relief pitching for Jalen Hurts?
I'm saying, listen, if it's we know we're going to Buffalo, all right, and it's fucking gonna be 10 degrees and snowing. We're not putting Tua in. Why would we? We'll put in Jalen Hurts all game. But if the game is down to a final drive that we gotta throw the ball on, and we have timeouts and plenty of time, then you put Tua in.
Wait a
and you
minute,
let
we
him
couldn't
just
do
deal.
that with the guy that grew up in that weather
I get you,
already.
but I'm just saying.
Like we couldn't have already been doing that.
No, can't do that. Can't color. Don't you know that's how the fucking formula works? That's the only thing that makes sense. That's what the epiphemization is about.
All right.
Fuck. Tua
I
plays
have
all Miami home games. Jalen plays all road games, and then we'll switch it up on them. We'll do that all season, and then they'll be like, "Oh, Miami's playing at home. Tua's been starting the whole playoffs," and they'll be all coy with it. Well, we just feel like Tua gives us the best chance right now. Blah 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 blah. And then they roll out Jalen in a cold fucking game, and they're like, "Oh fuck, we've been prepared for Tua. Oh no!" And you catch them slipping. Mike McDaniel loved this idea. He loves to fade motherfuckers and try to outthink them. This would be perfect for him. He could have that son of a bitch will never get another wink of sleep with all the fucking crazy shit he could be thinking up on how he
And
can
we
out.
couldn't already be doing, and we couldn't already be doing that with Tyler Huntley. Why?
You could have Jalen
Because it's
Hurts-
not
you could-
Jalen Hurts.
You could have Jalen Hurts and Tua literally play the Wildcat.
Oh my
You could
god!
have-
damn.
You could have
Mm-hmm.
Tua in the shotgun, Jalen Hurts coming across in motion. The pitch goes straight to Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts now has the option to run or pass.
Right, run the triple option right out of the jet sweep. Yeah,
run
absolutely.
run the Taysom Hill, pretty much.
Hold
It's
on.
the Taysom Hill. It's
Two
the
things.
Taysom Hill, if we're being real.
You do know what we could do with that, though, that we have not been able to do at all ever, to be honest, especially under Mike McDaniel.
What?
No longer is 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 an issue. You could sit there and run it right up the middle with Jalen Hurts.
Run a quarterback
Bro,
sneak.
again,
And
where
over.
are the shortcomings right now in this offense? And I defy you to say that in those situational football that Tua can't get it done, that the obvious perfect
while we're at
pivot is a Jalen Hurts.
While we're at it,
do
can
it.
we just keep Tua on the bench and do all that other stuff?
No, color.
I think we could, to be honest. I think we
didn't
could.
win the Super Bowl either, bro.
I mean, Tua can hold the
Eagles
playbook.
couldn't win the Super Bowl with his abilities.
Nope. And he didn't win any national championships without Tua. They need to hold hands to do it together, and they know it. There's the fucking thing.
Color, you're not getting it. Jalen Hurts needs Tua. Tua needs Jalen Hurts.
That's
That's what it is.
That's what it
Oh,
is.
man,
Color
they're like
keeps trying to. Color
They're
keeps
like a
trying to get.
megazoid. They're like a megazoid, is what you're saying.
Yeah, they're like Transformers.
Are
They're
they like
Wonder
bathroom
Twin
buddies
powers
when,
activate.
like two chicks when they
They're
need
like
bathroom
Bonnie and
buddies?
Clyde.
Oh,
That's
wait.
exactly right. Two
I know what
chicks,
they're like.
Two
They're
girls,
like Power
one cup.
Rangers.
Shake. They're
Yeah.
2 girls, 1 cup.
So
God damn,
I
2
want
girls,
to
1 cup.
address some people in the chat real quick because
Hey,
like people
2
are trying to
girls, 1
say that we're throwing. That people are saying that I'm throwing lies around. I'm not throwing lies around. And first of all, I really think this fan base, to be honest, needs to get over the fact just because you did something special or something cool in college doesn't mean it's going to work here in the NFL. You know, the greatest of all time QBs, we all know his name. We played him twice a year for many, many years in the NFL, right? We know his
College
name.
quarterback. Talking about
Do you
Tebow.
know he was the worst quarterback coming out of college, right? For Michigan, right? Do you know who the number 1 quarterback was? Broke all the stats, holds all the records, everything in Michigan?
No.
I'll give you one guess. He's a former Miami Dolphin.
Chad Henne.
Yes, Chad fucking Henne is the number 1 quarterback rated based on all the stats that you guys tried to gift Tua with, right?
Whoa, fuck.
That
Ali's
came out of
cooking, Luke.
college, came to the NFL, and was complete garbage.
Man, I
look
am
out.
good at this game, Ali. Do
Right?
another one.
Tom
Ali
Brady,
fucking throwing haymakers.
he got a Super Bowl.
Throwing
He got a
haymakers.
Super Bowl in Kansas
everybody.
City.
I don't want to fucking hear the fan base crying, trying to figure out why they're darling in whatever college team that whatever records he broke. Oh, he's going to come over here and do so good for us. Bullshit. Nobody fucking knows. You can only speculate.
Hey, Chad Henne has Super Bowls, baby.
He actually has playoff touchdowns, multiple playoff touchdowns.
Guys, Chad Henne, not only does he have Super Bowls, but he's got playoff wins under his fucking
Well,
belt too, bro.
Ali. Okay, you don't even have to go to Chad Henne. I mean, that's a great example. I'm just thinking about, all this hype
And
about the Heisman.
legacy, Will Howard is trash. Thank you for agreeing with me.
I was thinking about all this hype for the Heisman Trophy winner the past few years, including this year, and glad to see that it went to a non-quarterback. That was cool, because I'll tell you this much: there was a time you could talk about Chad Henne at Michigan. You can talk about whatever. Okay, I remember a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback from Brigham Young University
I know who
in
you're gonna say.
1990. Won the Heisman motherfucking trophy
White Sox.
in college. Not only did he do absolutely nothing hardly in the NFL, but he was drafted in the 9th round. Heisman Trophy winner.
John Becko.
No, it was
Ty
Detmer.
Ty Detmer.
Who?
Yeah.
Oh.
Who?
Ty Detmer.
Exactly. Who?
Oh.
Just want to
God
say, Marino's Goats just trying to body everybody right now. It says Tua's winning percentage is amongst the
No, that's
best
not Marino's goal.
since Marino's legacy. Excuse me, Marino's Goat would never say some shit like this.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Marino's Goat's a real one.
You want to know it's crazy? Him and Jay Fiedler's winning percentage are exactly the same.
Hell yeah, Jay
That's been
Fiedler. We
already
got Jay
put out
Fiedler
there on Twitter.
Yeah, but
Over the
what was
first
Jay?
60 games of their season.
But Crypto, what was Jay Fiedler's winning percentage with fucking Jalen Hurts, dog?
So Marino's legacy now is excusing Tua's quarterback play by saying I wouldn't be able to play quarterback with Eichenberg at center. Ooh, at least we've established Tua's better than I am.
You know what I
Great.
don't know? You know what I don't know, Lou or Color? I don't know the center of that Alabama team that won the championship with Tua and Jalen Hurts. That's
Hey,
what I
I'm
don't
just
know.
saying.
You know why?
I'm
Because
just
they
glad
got they
we've
had the
established that the Miami Dolphins quarterback is better than color. I'm glad we've established that.
they fucking had the fucking Power Rangers set up when they turned into Voltron or whatever the fuck it was. That's what they had.
You know how you know you're dealing with idiots?
Yeah.
You want to know how? Look
How?
at Marino's goat. Or
You mean Marino's legacy?
Color. I want you to play quarterback with Liam Eichenberg as center.
Right.
Liam Eichenberg don't play center, you fucking idiot.
Right. Not only that, Lou, but all he's done is establish that Tua is better than me. Like,
I just want to say Liam Eichenberg did play center and he played it well. Remember when Eichenberg was taking snaps because fucking Connor went down and how well he did?
Like, I'm pretty sure the quarterback at the high school down the road is better than me right now.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. That kid's 17, 18 years old. He's fucking in the peak physical condition. He's better at playing football than all of us right now, bro.
They
and
don't
I'm
hear
good.
themselves when they're like, "Oh, I'd like to see you go out there and do it." Okay,
Some
okay. That
18-year-old
means that
seniors
now
should
here's
be
the
able to
thing.
school us.
Here's the thing, though, Marino's legacy. What if? Be careful, because what if somebody you say that to, not me, but what if somebody you say that to actually did? See, that's your problem. All you've established is that Tua is better than some yahoo on the internet.
Yeah,
great.
Fucking legacy, dumb fuck. The
He
hell's
called
this
me
guy
an
even
idiot,
talking
and he
about?
calls me an idiot.
Yeah,
I mean, what if somebody did play fucking behind Eichenberg and gets killed now, legacy, you fucking idiot?
Yeah, fucking Color. You're not better than Tua, Color.
I know,
Yeah,
man.
Color. You know what Tua definitely could do? He could throw left-handed better than anybody I've ever seen.
I don't know about that. There's somebody in college that's getting drafted this year that I think is better than Tua, and he's left-handed.
What about that kid in high school that could fucking chuck it with his right and his left like a son of a bitch?
Well, let's start having conversations, right? This Sunday, the second left-hand quarterback in the NFL will get his first start in Atlanta. Will that left-hand quarterback be better than the original left-hand quarterback in this era of NFL?
Debatable, but I bet you he'll play better in cold weather, being that he played with Washington all those years.
They're literally a game behind their division leader, and they're making a change to a rookie quarterback. What's that tell you already? It would probably be wise for you to take some overs, maybe like 1.5 touchdowns. Take the over for that for Penix or something, because I hardly doubt they'd be doing this right now if they weren't absolutely sure.
You know what, though, real quick, boys? You know who in that crazy we talk about Atlanta and Penix, a left-handed quarterback coming in for what I perceive to be Kirk Cousins. That's Tua. Kirk Cousins is a guy that when everything's built around him perfectly and coached perfectly, he can perform. But the
you
second
still don't get off of him when you're on a run for a division, dude.
you absolutely do when you're smarter than the Dolphins and know that Kirk Cousins is Tua and Tua is Kirk Cousins, and we ain't going nowhere.
Don't put this on the Dolphins, because most teams would not do that, bro. You have to be absolutely 100%. You know the last person that did that?
Who?
Jim Harbaugh with Colin Kaepernick over Alex Smith. That's the last person that did that.
And you know what? Look how
and
good
he was
that worked
spot
out.
the fuck on.
Well, maybe they are. Maybe what's his name? The coach over there. Fucking blanking on it. It's his second shot as a head coach too. Fuck is his name? The black dude.
Raheem Morris.
Raheem Morris. Thank you. I almost want to say Raheem Mostert, but I knew it wasn't that because that's the running back. Raheem Morris. Maybe he's making the right call. Maybe this is the thing. Again, I think it's the time to do it. If they get in the playoffs and the rookie takes them in there, it's good. If it doesn't, then oh well, they're learning what they need to learn about their rookie. What they do know is that Kirk Cousins ain't gonna carry the team and can't make up for things when things aren't perfect. And him and Tua are that. They can get in the playoffs. They can't win big games. The only big game Kirk Cousins ever won, Stephon Diggs won it with that thing, and that's why he left to Buffalo afterwards. Remember that? Every other big game Kirk Cousins has been in.
He's like Stephon Diggs, he won with that thing, Like,
you remember the Stephon Diggs, the miracle in Minnesota, the Minnesota Miracle. Everybody knows the thing. I want to say, who the fuck was it against? I can't remember. I think it was against the Saints.
What are you talking about?
The Saints or the
Miracle was good
Rams?
against New
The
England.
Minnesota Miracle, where fucking it was the
It-
last
it-
play of the
it-
game.
It was against the Saints.
That
It
was
was against
Music
the
City.
Saints.
It's called Music City Miracle, by the way.
Music City Miracle.
No,
My fault. That's
Music
right.
City was
Music
Tennessee.
City is Tennessee.
It was
Yeah.
Tennessee and Buffalo. Yeah.
Yeah, that
All
was
right, yeah.
Frank Whitecheck play.
Again, we all know where he towed the line and beat the guy on the pass, made a spectacular catch, and then landed. And then the only dude that could stop him missed the tackle, and he ran all the way down for a touchdown for a walk-off win. And it was a miracle. And it was the only postseason big game. It was the only narrative killer for all the narratives that followed Kirk Cousins around still and before and since. And Tua is that.
We'd have to double check. It could have been Case Keenum, but that makes it even worse. Marino's legacy too.
Fuck, it might even be Case Keenum. Damn. See, we don't. Maybe.
So what?
Hold a
It's even
second.
worse.
Hold the fucking phone, Lou. Maybe it's not Jalen Hurts we need. It might be Casey Keenum.
Didn't we already have him for a minute?
No.
No, we did not.
They've all started to blur together now.
Yeah, it's all this shitty quarterbacks seem to look just like one quarterback I know.
Yeah,
Tua
Cooper
Tagovailoa.
Rush,
Cooper Tagovailoa,
AJ McCarron,
fucking
Hey, AJ McCarron rocking and rolling in the XFL though for the Blackhawks.
Cade
Isn't
McNown.
AJ McCarron like 43 years old or some shit
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah,
Like he's older than me.
Cade McNown.
That's a good question, Cap. He is 34 years old.
Oh fuck. Who's the guy I'm thinking of?
Kyle Allen.
Keep naming subpar quarterbacks, Color. I'm loving it.
You're probably thinking of Atlanta's quarterback, Matt Ryan.
Stephen A's favorite, Brandon. Get off the weed.
Are we just naming? I want to throw Pat White in there.
Oh, no,
we can
you're
do
talking
that.
About don't belong in the NFL quarterbacks. We're talking
Yeah.
about run-of-the-mill backup quarterbacks that every team thinks is going to be their savior when he comes in.
But yeah,
Oh,
what's the?
I got one. I got a good one. How about Tim Couch?
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Oh yeah.
beautiful.
I forgot about Tim Couch.
Oh
Tim
yeah.
the original Tua Tagovailoa Tim Couch you're talking about.
Brady
He went to
Quinn.
Kentucky, didn't he? I think he went to Kentucky.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who's the guy that was in
Brandon
Jacksonville
Hoyer.
for a cup of coffee and they loved him? And
Poyer,
he went
not
to the
Hoyer.
Raiders.
I know. I say Hoyer.
Brandon
That's
Poyer,
pretty
yeah.
funny.
Who's the guy? He's playing now. He wears like the jorts. He gets like cut off jean shorts. Got the mullet. Everybody loves
Oh,
him.
he plays for the Raiders. Freaking
Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew. That's a
Yeah,
perfect
yeah.
one. Yep. Gardner Minshew. These are. I mean, I would say
J.K.
Baker
Dobbins.
Mayfield. Baker Mayfield.
J.K.
No,
Dobbins.
Baker's a
running back.
dude. I feel bad for all the shit I've talked about Baker
Well,
Mayfield.
here's the
That
thing.
dude's a
You know
real
why?
deal,
You know
man.
why you don't feel like there's you have to shit on Baker Mayfield because he's not overpaid. If
Exactly.
Baker Mayfield was making 200 plus million, you would shit on him like he was Tua. But because
Exactly.
he's
You know
literally
what?
making half, you
'Cause
don't.
But look, he grew up. Look at the type of guy he is. He grew up in the Matrix era. He got the message from up on the kitchen doorway. Know yourself. He got that message.
Okay. He sat with the Oracle. I don't know what the fuck you're talking
Yeah, he
about.
did. He sat with the Oracle, man. He was like, she fed him some cookies and
He realized that there is no
Candy.
spoon. Because I
Yeah,
operate in that
exactly.
realm for sure, dog. I
Exactly.
operate in that realm. There is no fucking spoon.
Yeah, that's when he got
okay.
out of Cleveland. He's like, man, this ain't no spoon.
Remember the hype behind Jamarcus Russell?
Oh yeah,
I do.
Throwing 70
Absolutely.
yards on one knee. Fuck yeah, I remember that.
Bro, do you remember they show these every now and again? The old fantasy football commercials. When fantasy football started coming around, they're like, draft me. Yeah, and the guy punches through drywall and grabs the ball through the drywall. The other dude catches one, and puts them together, and then fucking Chris motherfucking Sims does one and draft me. And just want to point out, right? Like Chris Sims would be a quarterback people would talk about wanting to put on their team in this NFL. They would make the excuses for a Chris Sims.
But he would be exactly on the list of the guys we're listing right now.
He would be a Gardner Minshew guy, right?
They made a lot of hype for a guy down here in Tampa, I believe, before Jameis Winston and Josh Freeman.
Oh yeah, I remember Josh
Trask.
Freeman. Oh yeah, definitely.
Josh Freeman. Yes, I remember that guy. You know what's crazy? I bought into that Josh Freeman.
Big guy, bro. He was like 6'5", like 260.
He was supposed to be the next Dante Culpepper, bro.
That's right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, he was that exact.
Did he go out to the Raiders after Tampa too?
He came to Miami. Remember?
He did come to Miami.
He did. He came to Miami and he didn't make the fucking squad. I remember. And I remember the hype the writers were writing about him. Like, God damn, look at this fucking guy. The arm is live. He could still move around and he never even made the team. I was like, whoa, they were talking like he was the next coming. He was going to be great. And I forget what we ended up going with after that.
Oh, I got one. Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, yeah. Funny thing about Jimmy G, though, motherfucker was pretty clutch at sometimes in big games and in fucking in big games and in playoff games. Son of a bitch has been clutch in some moments.
What about the two guys that got drafted in the same draft? One to Minnesota, one to Buffalo. Ponder and EJ Manuel.
Christian Ponder and EJ Manuel. Yep.
Christian Ponder was
heard from him since.
Remember Christian
EJ Manuel
Ponder?
was a Buffalo Bill for a minute.
You know what did Christian Ponder in was he was so that like Minnesota fans thought, oh, this is it. We're gonna finally see it. Ponder's had some failure, but this is gonna be his year because Aaron Rodgers went down and motherfucking Matt Flynn waxed his fucking ass.
Right.
Matt Flynn,
that's another
waxed his fucking waxed his
Oh
fucking
my
ass.
God.
And I swear to God, when I watched that game, I was like, why can't we have a goddamn quarterback like Matt Flynn? And I swear to God, dude,
The
I
only
was
thing
caping
great
for a
about Christian
quarterback like
Ponder
Matt
is his
Flynn.
hot-ass girlfriend. That was it.
It wasn't Christian Ponder that dude that was like 45 years old when he got drafted.
No. It wasn't
Yeah, he
Christian
was.
Ponder. It was someone else. I know who you're talking about.
That was Chris Winkie. I'm thinking of.
Chris
He was like
Winkie, yes.
90 years old when he got drafted, man.
That guy was
Winkie
40 or
was like
something. When he it was crazy.
He had like a whole bunch of time. Winkie from Florida
Yeah,
State.
he kept playing. He kept returning.
Who got
to
him? The
Florida
Jags?
State, like for like 10 years straight, man, or some shit.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Damn, Chris Wink. Who was the Florida quarterback with Spurrier that came into the league? Remember, he went to Washington. What was that guy's fucking name?
Wasn't he the guy that's
Danny
offensive
Werfel.
coordinator for the Browns now?
Danny
Yeah,
Werfel. That's who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or was it Rex Grossman to the Bears?
Rex Grossman is who I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I think we should go get let's go get Ryan Mallett, like G says. Let's get a Ryan Mallett in here, bro.
No, bro.
It
To
was-
his
I think
biggest
Lewis
fan,
said Tim
Orlovsky.
Did I hear you right? Did I hear Tim
know-
Couch?
Let's go get Orlovsky, bro.
You know what's fucking kind of crazy,
Tim
guys?
Couch.
We're talking in just, but we did already say the name that is like super comparable to the skill set, execution, everything of the game manager, and that is Brian fucking Hoyer, dude.
I know Brian Hoyer. Yeah.
Holy
Oh, yeah.
fuck, dude! I'm just thinking about like Brian Hoyer. That's exactly who we have as quarterback. We've got a very expensive left-handed fucking Brian
Bro,
Hoyer.
think about this. If we would have brought him in before we fired Josh Boyer,
What about
we would have
We'd have a
Boyer.
Hoyer.
We would have a Boyer, a Poyer, and a Hoyer on our team.
Hoyer.
a Boyer, and Hoyer? Yeah, that's
First
true.
of all, I think that might be the unholy. That might be the unholy trinity, dude. We
Unholy
might
trinity.
fucking open up a vortex to fucking hell.
I
By the way, I got a question. I got a question for you all because I wasn't sure. I don't want to, I don't want to sound a certain way, but was in that ayahuasca video with Aaron Rodgers, was that Jordan Poyer sitting there with him?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I tweeted that video
Nah.
out and I said
Well,
Aaron Rodgers
where at?
plus Poyer, or Aaron Rodgers and Poyer plus ayahuasca equals bad at football.
I mean, I couldn't tell his eye. I couldn't see the color of his eyes. If they were bright blue, I'd have known it was him. You know what I mean? I'm like, That's either some tribal dude that they're chilling with, or that's Jordan Boyer.
Hey, anybody that's near a computer right now, and it's off the wall question, and realistically, it probably wouldn't happen. How old is Andrew Luck right now?
457.
I got it. Andrew Luck is 35 years of age. I would sign him today.
That'll work.
I would sign him today.
He's 35 already?
Is
Yes.
his arm live?
Bro, all I know is the only thing he's doing right now is he's
sign him.
got a job at Stanford. That's all I know.
So you want to bring the guy that wait a minute. You want to bring the guy that retired because of concussions to Miami?
Listen,
No,
I don't
it
give a
wasn't
fuck about
concussion.
none of that.
He kept getting injured.
I
in
don't give a
other
fuck
places.
about none of that. Color
No.
saying Jordan Poyer is a fucking tribal dude they're hanging out with.
Damn, going back to that.
He did. He looked like he belonged. He had like the
I knew it was Poyer off
beads
rip
on and
because-
shit and the leather clothing. I'm like, what's up with
I
him,
knew it
man?
was Poyer off rip, but Color going, who the fuck's the tribal guy? I
thought
He
maybe
says,
he
I
was-
couldn't tell by the eyes. What?
I thought maybe it was
Yeah,
their
that's
like
the
their
signature
tribal
because-
guide or something. You
That's
know?
because he's on fucking acid color. That's why you couldn't tell with the eyes.
can't tell with the eyes, motherfuckers tripping.
Isn't that his
dog.
signature
I thought maybe
feature?
it was the
His
I thought
eyes?
maybe I thought it was their
freaking
guru
Tripping
guide
fucking
or
balls.
something.
That's why you can't
First
fucking.
of all, Color, yeah, listen, every time I'm
Bloodshot.
tripping, I'm
Not
just in
bloodshot,
shorts,
but,
dirty as fuck.
His pupils were so big I couldn't tell the color of his eyes. So he
Fucking
said-
I done picked a bunch of fruit off somebody's tree and I'm sitting here like a fucking tribal person eating
Yeah.
it. Shit.
Cap is fucking Jordan Poyer's doppelganger.
I'm
Fucking
dead
on
ass,
acid.
dude. I
That's
look
what it-
just like Jordan motherfucker. Color would be like, is that Cap or a tribal fucking guy?
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Nobody
not gonna
noticed
lie,
me. I
that
got the
seemed like
purple
a pretty
jacket on.
chill
That's it.
session. I mean,
Actually,
Aaron looked like he was learning things about life, man.
El Cap. To be honest with you, you look like you're looking for CEOs.
That's it, bro. Man, that was fucking funny.
So
Oh,
Color.
did you, real quick, Ali, did you guys
Hold on.
hear about that transfer to the Hurricanes? His name is Poyser with an S.
Oh yeah,
Is that the receiver?
Yeah, something like that. Maybe a DB.
Yeah, I heard about it. Color, in response to you trying to laugh at me saying that we should sign Andrew Luck today, if possible, if it were to happen, right? He didn't actually leave specifically for concussion. In fact, in all his
I wanted to
injuries-
correct
hold
that.
Hold on. Let me finish.
Okay.
He only had one concussion in his NFL career.
I know. Before you continue, I wanted to correct what I meant.
Okay.
He didn't quit because he had concussions. He quit because of the concern of them. He didn't want to go out that way. That
Well,
was
I
my
think-
understanding, that he was part of that group that left because they didn't want to, they didn't want that in their future.
In my professional opinion, if you look at the toll of injuries that he had a shoulder, ankle, calf, abdomen, kidney, ribs, and one concussion in his NFL career, right? I'm willing to bet his mental stress of going through all those injuries and being put on pain meds and all that shit and what that does to you, that's why he left, not
Well, I
specifically the
understand,
concussion.
but if I was thinking that, it was probably because that's the way the media was pumping it, was that he was taking a stand against CTE and all that. Like, I'm not going to continue.
Yeah, I don't
to do
think
this and
CTE had to
whatever
do
else.
with it. I think it looked the way he looked when he went on that stage to say he was leaving. He looked like somebody that got addicted to the pain meds. That
Right.
just-
Did they
that's
even
my
wait
opinion.
a minute here? Did they before we let somebody like Marino's legacy just say whatever they want? Did they actually do the Wonder Lick back in Marino when Marino was drafted?
Yeah, he had a 15 wonder lick.
Yeah.
Okay, so that, I just want to make sure we're fact checking people because
I don't listen.
so
First
quick
of all,
to
I don't
fact
give a
check us.
fuck about a goddamn Wonderlic score. I don't care about nothing. You know what
that
I
was a
want?
feel good moment again.
What I care about is getting Jalen motherfucking Hurts up on these Dolphins, dog, because that's what's gonna have to happen. Because anything else short of that, we ain't getting nothing done.
Besides, a 15 Wonder Lick in 1983 is a pretty stable damn person for that time period.
Yeah, they probably grading it now on the curve. So what was getting a
I mean,
10
everybody was
now
on
is like,
cocaine.
where'd you go?
Everybody was on cocaine back then. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah. Exactly.
Hey, we still have Lester Cotton on our team.
Nah, it's shame, dude. We don't. I think we'd be much better off if we had Lester Cotton and Jalen Hurts on this team, dog. No bullshit.
Yeah, because he's an Alabama guy along with let me see, what's the other guy who was on our team? Oh, go on, I just had him.
We need the Alabama delegation here.
No, but the reason why I mentioned his name because he was on the same roster with Jalen Hurts and Tua, and also Raekwon Davis also.
Damn,
I'm all
see?
for it, Ollie.
Yeah, those guys were on the
What's
same
going on,
roster.
What's you know what? Who's left in the NFL from that Tua Tagovailoa, Jalen Hurts, Alabama team? We need to just start tracking these motherfuckers
Jalen
down.
Waddle.
Yep. We'll have to go get.
Chase.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Damian Harris, Josh Jacobs,
Menchie was on the
Najee
team.
Harris,
Wilheimer Schmidt,
Brian Robinson.
What's
Jerome,
that? What's that offensive lineman that people said ain't no good? The one that they drafted high. No, it's the tackle that I want to say.
The guy from Philly.
What offensive tackle?
You know what? It don't even really matter, honestly. We just need to just track down all these guys and get them. That's what needs to happen, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, man. That shit was fucking funny. The fucking Jordan Poyer thing killed me, dog. I'm not gonna lie. It looked like who's the local? All right, boys. I gotta run inside. My wife's fucking texting me. She's bitching up a goddamn storm. I'll see you fools.
I'm gonna close it down anyway.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll give final thoughts. I think we've really, hammered down the real details of the future of this football team, and let's not change nothing other than getting rid of the quarterbacks we have not named Tua and go and sign Jalen Hurts, and we're gonna be golden, boys. That's how it's gonna work. And it really took the whole team getting together up here to figure it out. I think we need to do this every now and again to fucking make sure we're heading in the right direction, because I feel like we didn't have anywhere. We're just stumbling around in the dark. Now we have a barometer again, guys. Jalen Hurts, 2025 Miami Dolphins, and we are in there. I'll see you guys
later, Cap. Hey, don't tempt me, Marino's legacy. Don't tempt me. I might do a whole nother 4
You
hours.
care to elaborate on that? To a 8 hour.
I
You
might
care to elaborate on that?
I might purposely do a whole nother 4 hours of it.
I'm trying to understand. What does that mean? To a 8 hour.
Nah, he just ain't good enough, bro. I don't hate the guy. I really don't. Except he likes to talk a bunch of cash shit and not deliver. But other than that,
I think I'm just upset that he only gave us credit for 1 hour. We've gone 3.5 hours now.
What weekend is this? Is this the receipts weekend, the narratives weekend, or is this the freaking who cares weekend?
We don't need to support anybody in Marino's legacy. We need to what we do need to do is hold our team accountable. That's what we need to start doing.
Exactly. And by the way,
accountability weekend.
We have 3 of them, and I support all 3 on game day.
Well, with that being said, everybody,
that's right.
Y'all have a good night. We out this. Anybody else want to have any final thoughts before we go?
Just have happy holidays. That's all.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, man. We're gonna be doing Insomnia tomorrow, so hopefully, we'll have our Saturday night pick 'em.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I think they got a Saturday game this weekend too.
Don't forget to send the link.
Make sure you have your credit cards ready, because Amazon is going to have another Black Monday sale on Monday. Exclusively for residents of South Florida.
Nice.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
So, good night, everybody.
Monday,
I'm out this bitch. If we can find the outro.
Definitely there.
Yeah.